Hello, everybody! Woo!
Hi.
Happy Friday! Woo! We have
Very
Grant
good
with us.
Friday.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yay! After 21 days, we have a
Yeah.
Grant with us. Moo to you too, Senbel. How are you doing, my friend? Happy Friday. Eggy is currently sitting upside down underneath my monitor, like the good Eggy he is, because we hate Eggert Benedict. And Eggert Benedict is this court has ruled that Eggert Benedict is going to jail for bad name crimes.
Just bad naming conventions.
Bad naming convention crimes.
We're also sending his parents to jail for naming convention rule.
Well, no, because don't forget that's his alias. That's the really shitty alias he came up with. That's not his actual name.
Yes, but they gave birth to him.
True. Gothix! I didn't think you would be here because you're driving. Please don't tell me you're driving and watching stream at the same time, because I will bonk you. I will bonk you with my wrench hammer. I'll go grab it out of my closet if I have to.
I know horny bonk.
Why no horny? What do you mean by horny bonk?
I don't know. I'm just being bored.
You're just being bored?
There you go. Rename second.
Simbel, thank you for the first and the Eggy and the rat call. I'm gonna rat call first. We haven't had a rat call in a really long time. I'm starting to think like, oh my god, like everyone forgot that rat call exists. Also, hi Diane, welcome. Glad the pizza that Grant got is good.
Yeah.
But here is the rat call. Here's Squeakums. For all who do not know, mwah, I kiss the Squeakums and. Thank you for the redeem, Sinbel. And now I will grab an Eggy for your consideration. No, I am refilling on some gas. Just wanted to stop by and say hi and have a good stream. Thanks, Gothix. I'm glad you are not watching stream and driving. But if we're still on by the time you hit your destination, you are welcome to join back in. But safe travels, my friend, on the many legs of your journey that you have to get to Washington State. And here we have an Eggy for your consideration. Eggy wishes you safe travels as well. No nubs. Hello, Eggy, our beloved. Eggy goes on the aggressively goes on the shoulder. Also, Grant, thank you for the second.
No problem.
Pogger's my pog champ. Oh my goodness. Depending on, okay, so I'm gonna say this now. Depending on, hold on, let me just reply to the combat real quick. So depending on how long it takes us to do this trial, or finish this trial, and finish the game before going into the second game, we might do a story time, because we haven't done a story time in a really long time, and story time is fun. I love story time. I was rewatching some of the story time stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is too good.
I'm glad you were enjoying them.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Love story time. Alright, so we're gonna get started.
I'm still trying to build that back my points, so I couldn't even do story time if I wanted to.
This would be a free story time. Because I would be like, yeah, I want to do it. Thanks, my octopus Joseph says many thanks to Eggy. Oh, that's so cute. Yay. Alright, safe travels, my friend. Alright, so Graydon is now passed out on... This is a good way to start. This is a very good way to start. Graydon is just passed out on the testifying stand. It's a great way to start the trial. Huh?
He saw the title to the stream.
He saw the title to the stream and was like, oh, shit. So, from what I remember, we're basically, I think we've backed him into a corner. So, like, we have all the evidence against him at this point. And I think...
Found out that the hole in the door was actually made by a Flapomatic, so it wasn't there originally.
Yeah, it wasn't there at the get-go. It was made after the fact.
How did we never notice that before?
I don't know. I think I'm having, like, major Mandela effect, because I swear it was there from the beginning. from like the very first time we stepped foot into that shop. But like that could be just Mandela effect that I'm thinking that it is, but it's not. Hello, Vampire Daddy, my beloved.
That's not the only thing we know now, beyond all the reasonable doubt.
That I was gonna say something, but I decided not to. For the sake of my own sanity, I'm gonna not say what I was about to say.
Damn, I wanted to hear it.
Not now.
My learned friend's assistant's guilt can no longer be denied. The woman tampered with the crime scene.
Hello? Name. Ashy Snow? Ashes Snow? Is that how you pronounce it? Do you prefer ash? Do you prefer snow? Do you prefer something else? But hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hacker Rat Den. I still need to watch the anime, then play the game. Well, we are at the tail end of the first game. So if you do not want spoilers, I recommend looking away. Also, this is not Phoenix Wright. Wait, is there an anime for this?
I don't
Great
think
Ace?
so. Not that I know of.
Yeah, if you mean Phoenix Wright, there is an anime that I have not watched.
If I could also suggest that you play the game before you watch the anime.
Yeah.
It's better,
well,
in my opinion, than the anime.
Gotcha. Well,
You can watch the anime if you want before you play the game. That's just my suggestion as a guy that's played the game and watched the anime.
Yeah, it's like with Danganronpa, like you need to play the game first and then watch the anime.
Yeah.
Gonna be lurking, making food for kiddos. Oh yes, go ahead and lurk.
Okay.
Let us know what food you're making, because the rats might want it. Me being the rat. That's not how you do lurk, Grant.
I know, I just want to do #lurk.
Oh, okay, I thought you were doing like an actual lurk message. I'm like, why are you lurking? You're helping me. You can't lurk. You're not allowed to lurk.
No.
It's not part of your contract, Grant.
Damn it, I should have read that contract.
But Ashes Snow, thank you for the follow, and have fun lurking and making food for your kiddos. Woman tampered with the crime scene, okay.
But more importantly... Good lord, there's more fraud fun seeks.
But wait, there's more!
But wait, there's more. If you buy now, you can get 2 for the price of 1.
2 of what, though?
Yes.
This is why I love these streams, because, like, oh man. They're just so good.
I'm glad that you love the silly voices. The defense may have established a reprehensible instance of perjury. But that is no proof that this man is the victim's killer. How the fuck did I voice you?
Yes, that's right. Something like that.
Yes, that's right.
What?
I was there at the scene. It's true. But I was shot in the arm. It's true. And I was shot in the arm, it's true. But that's all.
I don't like this. I don't like this face. I really don't like this face.
I'm paid.
I'm trying to like picture an emoji that is this face, but I picture it in my head, but I cannot describe it.
Pained smile.
Pained smile, but it's like a small, like, pained smile.
Yes, in fact, if you look at the circumstances, I am the victim here.
Oh, of course.
Which is why I lied about everything the whole time.
Stop being dramatic. Oh, please. No! I don't believe this. But they're right. As it stands now, I don't have any definitive proof that he's the culprit. Oh, Iris, my beloved. I'm so happy I get to voice her. Still, he can't worm his way out of it now. Iris? You know what they say? There's no point locking the cat's door after the cat has bolted. No, I have no idea what that saying is, Iris. I have no fucking clue. Isn't that right, Muno? No, I don't know what you mean.
Do you mean you don't know what the fuck I'm saying?
Hi, Iris. Hello. As Hurley always says, one lie begets another. No, wait. That might have been the line I wrote for him in one of my stories.
I think he actually did say that at one point.
Man, this
Iris
game.
cannot differentiate her made of Herlock versus real Herlock.
Man, I need like a sign or art or like one of those like neon signs that says this game. Because I feel like
Just
I
need
say
emote.
like this game. Putting that in my suggestions now. Hold on, wait a second. Give me
Suggestions for this game right here, officer.
Alright. I jotted it down. Well, no matter who said it first, you're right. Mr. Go ahead.
I said she is? How?
What?
I don't even understand the metaphor, let alone if she was right about it.
Yeah, I guess she's trying to say, like...
If the cat's already out of the bag, then you can't put it back in, I guess?
Well, if the cat's already... Like the saying was, like, if the cat's already escaped, then why bother locking the door?
I guess.
So that's the saying. But, like... I guess she's trying to, like, imply that, like... He's lied so much that you just have to unspin one of them to unspin them all. I think that's what she's trying to say. In a very poorly executed style. And maybe it's a translation thing? Because I've never heard of that saying before. So maybe it's a saying in Japanese?
Or British one that I've just never heard.
Maybe, yeah, because it does take place in Britain. So it could be a British saying.
Good old Britain.
Please, sir. Could you help me from being so poor?
I miss that couple.
They're not having a good time over there right now.
No, they're not. They're not. Mr. Graydon, not only did you give false testimony to the court, but the lies you told make no sense. Yeah, considering that his entire last testimony was, like, complete lies.
Like, I wasn't there at all. It's like, but now I was, and I didn't do anything. It's like,
It's like, how do you, like, suddenly remember that you were there? You would know if you were there or not from the get-go, unless if you had, like, amnesia or something. But then you probably shouldn't be testifying if you have amnesia, because you would be thrown out as, like, an unreliable witness. Hey, how goes trial? Hey, Ash, welcome. How are you? Happy Friday. We're trying to remember where we picked up. Like, we know we showed the Flap-O-Matic, but we're trying to remember what stage are we afterwards, but, like, I'm assuming, like, we haven't, like, nailed him to the wall yet with, like, yeah, this is concrete proof that you lied. And that you killed him. Free day, yes.
we got the strap on ready, but we haven't pegged him.
Yeah, that's basically in an NSFW way of saying, yeah, we're almost there.
He's about to get fucked over.
Yeah, he's about to get fucked over.
Makes no sense. What do you mean by such remark?
How close are you to your microphone at the moment?
It's like right in front of me.
Okay. Just when you're doing the lower voices, just try to speak a tad bit louder, because I think the music might be drowning you out. Just like a tad.
Okay.
I vaguely remember you had nailed him as a liar, but hadn't nailed him as the murderer just yet. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds very accurate, Ash. See, like, if we come together collectively, we have the collective rat brain cell. So all we have to do is just piece it together as a rat collective, and then we remember.
The rat nest cell.
The rat cell. I should draw that.
It's just a bunch of rats forming a brain.
Yeah, that's really what it is. What you said in your testimony reveals that you know something you shouldn't have known. Ooh. In other words, there's a fundamental inconsistency in your statements. Oh, is it gonna have us, like, compare statements? Is that what it's gonna have us do?
What?
Objection!
Objection. This is provocative talk.
This is not provocative talk. I can talk provocatively if you want me to, Von Zeeks. I will do that for you, sir.
That is what you wish. Won't you enlighten the court? Explain this alleged inconsistency.
Yeah, if you stopped interrupting me, Von Zeeks, then maybe we'll get there. I was right. One lie begets another. What?
I said I come first.
The inconsistency is revealed by the lies in the witnesses' statements. They show that Mr. Graydon had knowledge of something he shouldn't have known anything about. Namely, it's not the peephole, because he didn't know about that, and we didn't either. I think it's the third gun. Or no, is it the bloodstains on the coat?
You can choose option 3, apparently.
Is it 1 or 3?
No.
So it's 3.
It's 2 or 3.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go with 3, because I already said, like, not 2. I just watched Stray on my PS4 to play for myself later. Ooh, fun! I'm not sure if you watched...
I don't know what Stray is.
It's a cute little adventure game when you play as a cat in, like, a dystopian cyberpunk universe. It's cute.
Sounds strange.
I personally, would get it on sale. I don't think it's worth the full value. Even though the game is well done. The game is very well done. There's, like, a few sequences that, like, made me a little angry and, like, why can't I do this? It's, like, overall a very well-made game. Just the ending is just a little lackluster for my tastes.
I felt the same way about Firewatch, to be honest.
Yeah, but it takes longer to do, Stray. Stray, it took me two streams. Firewatch I could probably complete in 1 stream, but that's because, like, I've played it at least 4 times, so I know where to go. Back when I first started it, oh yeah, that would probably take me a stream and a half, because I was so lost and confused. But asshole cat apocalypse. I haven't watched anyone play it yet, I just haven't caught anyone when they were alive. Yeah, I guess you weren't here for Tuesday and yesterday's stream, Ash, which is fine. Because that's
all
when
I've
I played
seen
it.
was the meme of it where apparently the ratings for Stray are better than another game. Last of Us 2.
I haven't seen that meme, actually.
If I see it again, I'll post it to you. But essentially,
Okay.
it was like it having it by like the throat. It's like, haha, it's better rating than you.
Oh. The bloodstains that were present on Miss Lestrange's coat.
That's right. The victim's blood splattered all over her when she shot him.
But how could you possibly have known that?
Obviously, because I saw her do it through the peephole in the... Oh.
Oh shit, he realized. I don't remember what I was doing Tuesday, but yesterday I was running a writing group at Co-Runner's house. Ooh! That sounds like fun! Can you, like, move towards me in Northern Virginia and we can do that at my apartment? Please? Because that sounds like fun.
I'll come in.
Oh, oh! The point is not that you lied in your testimony, Mr. Graydon. It's the nature of the lie you concocted that is so revealing.
You're not making any sense.
I know I'm not, because I'm not making sense to myself. I'm just spewing words out of my mouth at this very moment. Then let me ask you a simple question. What is your favorite color? How is it, Mr. Graydon, that you knew of the existence of the people in the storeroom door? Ah, they're intertwined, so you could pick either. I see how you could pick either one now.
What? Well, obviously
How's the cat got your tongue, witness?
The peephole in the door was made after the incident occurred, and once I returned to the shop having failed to catch the 2 burglars, Scotland Yard's investigators arrived immediately. Since that time, the police had been at Windibanks constantly carrying out their investigation. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson? I mean, there are likely writing groups in your area. My writing group is through NaNoWriMo, and there's nano groups in VA. Ooh! Gotcha! Okay, I'll definitely have to check that. Ash, can you, like, DM me? Like, just that statement, so I can look it up later.
Or copy paste it to you if you want.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Oh, Ash is on it.
Ash got it. All right.
Ash got it. Thank you.
Well, of course,
Is Gregson the judge now?
No.
Because that sounded like the judge for like a hot second.
Well, the place is chock full of pop articles, and our lads have to thoroughly examine them all. So I gave the order to have officers work around the clock in shifts so we get through it all.
And consequently, there's no way that you, Mr. Graydon, could have gained access to the shop. Therefore, you should have known nothing about the peephole in the storeroom door. So the fact that its existence forms the basis of your testimony is completely inexplicable.
Objection!
Objection. And yet, the fact remains that Mr. Graydon did maintain.
Hold on, I am fixing. Can you speak again?
I am speaking the words.
Okay. Yeah, I just upped your volume in Discord just to make, because I still feel like your audio is a little low, but like I can fix it in Discord, so it's okay.
That you witnessed the crime taking place through the peephole in the door.
How on earth is that possible?
I have no idea who this is.
Um.
Oh, it's Gregson.
Oh.
Could I have a word, please, Lord Von
You were
Zeeks?
just hoping it was Sholmes, weren't you?
I was very badly.
God, we're thirsty for Sholmes content, aren't we?
I really want Sholmes back, yeah.
He'll come back in the epilogue. I know that. I have a feeling he'll come back in the epilogue.
I know he'll be back in the second game at least.
Yeah.
Speak, Inspector.
It's just that I really ought to be getting back to the station now and putting my report.
That's the only thing he fucking cares about.
There's really nothing more I can add to this testimony, so if it's all the same to you.
Permission denied.
No. Daddy says no.
Now get under my heel. It's not all the same to me, Inspector. Not at all. You will remain exactly where you are until this trial concludes.
Oh, he's still mad at him earlier. Because didn't Gregson block evidence from Van Zeeks, like, to use in court?
I think so.
Or, like, Gregson was like, no, wait, Van Zeeks, you can't show that in court. And Van Zeeks is like, well, fuck you too.
Yeah, but apparently he's supposed to be hiding the fact that the government has someone leaking secrets.
Yeah, because we haven't circled back around to that yet. Because that was, like, how, like, we first started this chapter.
Yeah, we know he's a communications officer that's, like, in the upper echelons, so it's most likely that he's the one leaking it, most likely to the Germans.
Most likely.
Might be one of the reasons why Von Zeeks is seen suspiciously, but you know.
Yeah.
Because Von Zeeks is sort of German-like. Of course, sir.
Well, Von Zeeks, I think, is a German name.
Zeeks, yes. Very much so.
Mr. Graydon. Who looks like he's about to pounce over this and, like, maul me with his hands. His bare hands. You shouldn't have known about the existence of that peephole. Now, peep shows, on the other hand, are a completely different story.
Also known as glory holes.
Which can only mean that you must have been informed about it by somebody else.
Ugh.
Objection!
Objection. Stop there, my learned friend.
How about no sparkle?
You realize, I trust, that the words you just uttered have extremely serious implications.
Yes. But the defense believes that the details about the case that Mr. Grayton claims to have seen must have been revealed to him by a certain person before his testimony. And in fact, considering a particular clue we have, there's really only one person that could be.
Who is this person in question, Counsel?
Oh god.
Who gave this witness details of the crime scene to facilitate his false testimony?
Oh god. Was it Von Zeeks himself?
No, there's no way that Von Zeeks would.
True. Strongheart? I'm really trying to loop him in.
I mean, I wish we could, but honestly, we don't have.
Any connection to Strongheart?
True.
There's only one person that is somehow connected to this that we know would know about this that went to Strongheart. You okay?
Yeah, since getting COVID, like, I get, like, random coughing fits for no reason. And, like, I got COVID, like, 2 months ago. So, like, I'll get, like, a really random tickle in my throat. Thank you for the water, Redeem. I'm about to drink some, but thank you.
We know somebody that did go to Strongheart that knew about the crime scene.
Sasato?
No!
No, because I'm trying to remember who went to Strongheart. Was it...
Sasato did, but
Was it Gregson?
Yes.
Oh, I think I would have... If I had remembered that... if I had remembered back to that, I would have then picked him, but I just did not remember. I forgot. Yeah, it's a known long-term effect of COVID. At least, like, I don't, like... Because when I got COVID, it was, like... Towards the back end of it, like, during the front half, it felt like a flu, even though I've never had the flu, knock on wood. But during the second half of it's running its course, like, that's when I got the coughing fits, but, like, I would cough so hard, like, I felt like I was gonna throw up. But, like, now, like, the coughing fits are, like, not as bad as that.
Maybe eventually they'll go away.
Hopefully. But it's, like, I rarely cough. Got it last month, I'm still suffering from increased asthma symptoms. I had it before, but likely got worse after. Oh, no. You got it last month? Oh, no, friend, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm very fortunate to have never gotten COVID.
Knock on some wood there, Grant.
My table's made. That's how I know I'm good.
Good. Yeah, because I didn't get COVID for 2 years, and then, lo and behold, I get it after I graduate. So, it just...
My facility actually is reintroducing masks because people are getting COVID again.
Yeah, my university is currently mask optional unless if you're in a setting when there's like 50 or more people in an enclosed space. I have a coworker who wears her mask like literally all the time and is like always has her door shut, and like she eats in her office, like she eats lunch alone in her office, which is like fine. Like, I personally don't wear my mask, but if I have a student who comes in and feels more comfortable meeting with me when I'm wearing a mask, if I'm wearing a mask, then, like, alright, student, I will do what you want. Yeah, I went to Germany and all I got was stupid COVID, JK. I got chocolate and stuff, too. Ooh, I also have chocolate with me! Ta-da!
Did you get Dutch chocolate, though?
Well, not me, but when I went down to my family reunion last weekend, my sister and I, before, we met up with my dad at Costco to get food. We were just driving around, because we went to Harrisonburg, that's where our family reunion is. And we found this little farmer's market by Town Hall. So we went, and there was this guy who's selling handmade chocolate. So, like, I'm eating a candy bar, a chocolate bar, but, like, I'm not eating the whole thing in one sitting, trust me. But it's, like, different flavors. So, like, this flavor is, like, 60... Like, all 3 bars I got were 61% chocolate, This one is infused with lavender. Then I got 2 more. One was with orange and one was with lemon. So I haven't tried them yet, so this is the first one I've cracked into. Because, like, I didn't want, like, a big dessert to just, like, sit here while we play. So, like, this is something small I can just munch on if I get hungry. Or if I'm craving something sweet. Yeah, I got German chocolate because it's delicious. Okay, hot take? I'm not a fan of German chocolate. I was never a fan. And that just might be my taste buds. Or a little funky wonky. This game is a conspiracy. You're a conspiracy, Grant.
I mean, I'm supposed to be a computer. That's
You're the void.
So.
You are the void. Alright, Gregson.
You just need to replace my picture of, like, the anonymous with just a black picture.
Oh, just like a black square.
Yeah, just a black square and just be called the Void Dad.
I will do that right now. Don't tempt me.
Just Void Dad right there.
Alright, Greg's. I can see now, because Von Zieks must have known. That's why he didn't want Gregson to leave yet.
Take that!
The truth is, it can only have been you. Aggressive point, Inspector Gregson.
Aye? Me?
Objection!
Objection. You had better have some proof to substantiate such a rash claim, my lord.
Consider the fact that we've only been aware of Mr. Ashley Graydon's identity for the last few hours. We learned of it only during the course of the trial today.
Indeed, preparations for this testimony were made with great urgency under an hour-long recess. While the police executed the subpoena and brought the man here from the communications station.
And under that time, Mr. Graydon would have had no idea. No inkling that he would suddenly be required to appear in court.
Are you suggesting that until such time as he was summoned?
Yes, my lord. Until then, it's reasonable to assume that he knew nothing of the peephole. It was only once Mr. Graydon was in the stand that he realized his position, that he would have to defend himself against the accusation that he was the third intruder.
You're suggesting to the court that it was while this trial was in progress that he received the information?
Oh, because weren't the two colluding? The two were colluding.
Gregson and him were colluding, you don't say?
Yeah, they were colluding. I remember this now. And it's been so long, like, it just didn't, like, ring a bell super quickly.
So he could commit perjury in order to save his skin.
Exactly. And the only person with knowledge of the investigation that he had any contact with is you, Inspector Gregson.
This is a blatant outrage. Why will I be giving away details of our investigation to this fella, eh? Aggressive eating.
Aggressive pecking at his food, like a bird.
We really should take away food from him. I was summoned to his lordship's chambers during the recess in any case. Has you forgotten that?
But you were overseeing the crime.
Quite true. I had a number of questions regarding the event that transpired at the pawnbrokery. Which means the first time these two laid eyes on one another was after proceeding to following the recess.
Lurk, gonna go play Stardew with partner and Metamore. Ooh, have fun! Have fun with Stardew. If you come back, let us know how it went. Love you, Ash.
Have fun with partner and meta.
Yes.
Since then, they've been in full view in the stand, when such illicit discussions couldn't possibly have occurred.
But they have. But they have. But they have. Hey, Toxic Killer, welcome in, friend. How are you doing this evening? Happy Friday. Ugh. Ooh, I just remembered something, Runo. That we literally saw them colluding on the testimony stand. How? Okay, but how did Von Zieks not see that, though?
He probably did, he just forgot it.
Like us.
Yeah.
I've been too busy thinking about you being under my heel.
You stepping on me.
I was gonna say me stepping on you.
What is it, Iris?
That was one time before, wasn't that? I think it was when Ginny was testifying.
Oh yes, now you mention it. When the bailiff was dispatched to retrieve McGilda's music box from the scene of the crime. That's it! It was during that testimony. Too bad we don't have CCTV cameras to roll back the clock.
Roll back the clock.
I remember finding it strange at the time. Mr. Graydon and the inspector seemed to be having some kind of secret discussion.
So you don't think they'll find out about my gay porn pics, do you?
Nah, you're fine, Sky.
God. It would have been possible for you to give Mr. Graydon the information he needed then.
You little tool rag! You're making this all up!
Toe rag? That's an insult.
I'm a respectable Scotland Yard inspector for crying out loud. Why would I do something like that? Why would I be giving away confidential details to the likes of this bloke?
Admittedly, you wouldn't have had any reason to do something like that for no gain. But perhaps... Thonk. It was part of a deal of some kind. Then it starts to make more sense.
What deal, Counsel?
I wonder if perhaps, in exchange for details about the peephole at the crime scene, Mr. Graydon agreed to give a certain something to the inspector. Oh man.
I'm sure
Gregson.
I need not remind the inspector that if found to be true, striking a deal of any kind with a witness would be considered a gross case of malfeasance. Well,
Objection!
So I could take it that he's not gonna be the inspector, the gumshoe figure in the next game.
This might be the first time where he gets a pay cut, and in a long line of
Pay cuts
gumshoes getting
that run
pay
through
cuts.
generations.
It's becoming clear that jumping in with accusations is this Napone student's specialty.
I don't do that.
But with the stakes so high, the prosecution is not prepared to listen to such baseless accusations. It is incumbent on the defense now to present evidence in support of this diabolical claim.
Evidence?
Just what are you proposing that the inspector demanded of the witness in return? The court must see proof of this alleged deed.
If Inspector Gregson really did strike a deal with Mr. Graydon, then logically, there's only one thing he could have asked for. That must be it.
No. Do you think it could be?
Yes. It's the missing link that would join all the dots together in this puzzle.
I must press you for an answer now, counsel. What evidence explains the nature of the alleged deal the Inspector Gregson made with the witness?
I'm looking through the evidence first because it's been a hot minute.
I'll get you.
Okay.
I don't know why it looks like FDR in there.
Yeah, really. So, my logic is, I think it's gonna somehow tie back into, like, either the McGilded case, or the, like, big heist thing that's supposed to take place at the World Trade Fair, whatever was mentioned at the very start of this case. So I'm thinking it's either the paper or McGilded case notes.
It is neither of those.
Ah, shit.
It has to be like a physical item.
Is it the story manuscript?
No.
Dang, because it hasn't come up yet, I don't think.
That's
Or
because
maybe...
it probably won't, because it's that's the whole reason why Gina went into the store, not the reason why Mr.
went, yeah.
Benedict went into the store.
Okay, autopsy...
We also found out, I believe, that he is the son of McGilden, I think.
No, he is the son of Thrice-Fired Mason.
Thrice-Fired Mason, that's my bad.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It has been a bit since we've played, so forgetting things is understandable. Alright, I need a hint.
I mean, it's on this page here.
Is it the music box?
That is one of the two that you could pick.
Oh, it's either the music box or the disc, because we haven't figured out what the disc says yet.
Yes, because apparently the box needs 2 in order to complete the message.
Yup. Yep.
So, if we have the first one from McGilded, that must mean the second one was with Thrice-Fired Mason, which means the second, or was with his son at least.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the music box disc.
Take that!
Inspector Gregson. Besides this murder, is it not true that you've been working on another very important case?
What are you getting at now, Sunshine?
Is it possible that this other top secret case is what's alluded to in this newspaper article here? The classified secrets being leaked overseas from the Ministry of Justice.
You know, now that I think about it, you think the reason why it keeps calling him Sunshine is because the Japan flag,
It's the
it looks like
sunshine.
it looks like a sun.
Yeah. Aren't they like the Sunshine Land or something?
I don't know, to be honest.
I feel
know
like I
it's called
remember
the
that
Land
from
of the
like the
Rising
history of
Sun.
Japan, I guess. From that
It's supposed to
video.
be- I know it's called the Land of the Rising Sun.
Oh, yeah. You might be... Yeah.
How the bloody Nora could you?
Hey, Gray. Hey, Ellie. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well.
Also, hi, Ellie.
Yes, the void says hello.
The void says hello, but do you say hello back?
Sorry, I'm chewing.
It's fine.
We discovered during the course of this trial the music box deposited at Windibanks by Magnus McGilded. A special music box designed to play 2 discs at once. It would seem very likely now that encoded on the pair of discs that were in Mr. McGilded's possession are the leaked classified secrets. So I put it to you, Inspector, that in order to recover the second of the discs containing these secrets, you covertly made a deal with Mr. Graydon in which you exchanged the disc for details of the case. Sunshine just reminds me of something a gangster would say. Kinda, yeah.
Hey, come on, darling. You're my sunshine. You're my everything.
Mhm.
I'll get in the car before I punch you.
That basically just got cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you say something too loud, your mic cuts it, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
That's a your mic settings.
Yeah.
On the day of the incident, when we met you at Windibanks, you said this. So hand it over. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is. It's mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to Miss McGilda has been taken in evidence now. Scotland Yard already knew that at the time, isn't that right? That Magnus McGilda was involved in the stealing of government secrets.
All is well. Recover the medium used to convey the secrets leaked from the ministry. And do it on the cute tape, strictly hush-hush. And that explains why, when I presented this disc as evidence to the court, you objected so heavily, I presume. Because you knew that it contained highly confidential information.
The queen has had her period.
I mean, not likely. I mean, I wasn't that sure of it myself.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I realized there was a possibility, that's all. Inspector.
Right.
Inspector, surely. Surely you're not saying that in order to acquire the second of these music discs, you did reveal confidential details of the crime scene to the witness?
You keep your voice keeps getting quiet when you do judge.
I do?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm not sure if it's because you're too close to the mic so it thinks you're too loud or if you're too far away. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Thonk.
Don't need this man in giving false testimony.
There's no other way that Mr. Graydon could have known the existence of the peephole. It's the only explanation. A deal was struck between these two men.
Gotcha, too. And I like how the others, the Skulkin brothers, are just there, like...
They're just vibing.
We're like, oh, we may be criminals, but we're not hard. We're not like white-collar criminals, at least, right?
If, and I stress, if, this sobering assertion turns out to be founded in truth, would mean the second disc is as we speak here in this very courtroom.
Wait, what? In this room? How could you possibly make a claim like that?
Because Inspector Gregson is a Scotland Yard detective.
What?
What's that supposed to mean, eh? As a seasoned policeman, the inspector will have approached this alleged deal with caution.
Oh, so he wouldn't have agreed to the deal if he did not see the proof of the disc actually existing.
Exactly. He would, unless he physically had the disc on his person at this very moment.
Yeah. So he wouldn't have taken the deal if the disc wasn't there.
But he did, which means he has it.
Oh man. Zeeks and Renosuke coming together to solve crimes. Hell yeah.
Certainly he would not have accepted a gentleman's agreement in this manner. No, he would have insisted on having the article agreed upon in the palm of his hand. Good gracious, then you mean to say Inspector Gregson already has the item in question in his possession? He has the second disc actually on his person.
Alright, time to do a pat down.
Gregson?
I need you to take off your clothes.
You're basically just a thumb anyways.
True.
Yes!
That's new.
No, we've seen that before. We've seen the yes before. The defense demands that the inspector is searched at once.
Definitely. But don't do it in front of me. I'm still a child. They could only have struck a deal with each other when Ginny was testifying before. And Gregsy hasn't moved from the witness stand since.
My lord, please, order an examination of his personal effects immediately.
Well, Inspector, do I need to ask, or will I have to demand?
Plot twist, his pockets are just full of chips.
Just like chips, disc, chips.
It's like that meme where it's that funny memes like, okay, in order to enter this area, you need to empty out all your weapons. So, like, you take out, like, your gun, and then it's like, no, all of them. And then, like, you pile more onto the table, and it's like, and then, like, the person is, like, gives an eyebrow raise, and then just, like, one more tiny gun. That's this with Gregson, but just, like, various size of, like, potato chips.
I was thinking of blades, of, like, different, like, blades. Like, you get the giant axe, you
yeah,
get the two
that
daggers.
too. Or just, like, weapons, generally speaking. Hello,
and there's that
Pufferfish.
one in the knife boot.
Yeah. Hello, Pufferfish. I only know this game from memes. I have tried to stay away from memes because, like, I don't want the game spoiled for myself. Because we are finishing up the first game and going into the second, so we are very far behind. Not because, like, it's our fault. Just life happens.
Yeah. Although I've seen some memes and they're quite funny.
I might have come across a couple memes, but like I don't remember them.
I've only been spoiled to one thing in regards to Herlock Sholmes in the second game, but honestly, it was really great, and I can't wait till we actually see it.
Yeah, we're just thirsty for Sholmes because he's been missing this entire trial except to like
He's
come
only
give
been
us a
here
thing
for-
and then pass out.
Yeah, it's like so unfair.
It's a good vibe here. Hell yeah! Oh look, it's an NB because I'm NB. Yes. Glad you think it's a good vibe. I try to make it a good vibe here.
This young lad wants to tone down his imagination. He's insulted me in my profession quite enough.
Oh yes, this is Grant, by the way. Grant
Hi.
is friend.
Void Dad.
He's a void. He's the void. So if you like his voice acting, feel free to go follow him on Twitch. Grant,
Also,
you have your own
Fire
command now.
Awesome.
It's so much easier than typing out your full username of subtotal alljar.
That is a fair assessment, honestly.
It is a very fair assessment.
I can't wait. I'm thinking about doing some comic dubs or maybe some ASMR or something just
Ooh.
to get something done.
Yeah.
Because then hopefully people will actually be like, hey, you have a cool... I like this. I also need to do a demo. I need to
Yeah.
do a demo for voices.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, moving on from that.
Oh, we got Popplio. Nice. Awesome. Very cool pufferfish.
Level 5.
Level 5. Mr.
think
Red
I-
White.
Mr. Red White. I thought it was something funnier than 24.
What is
25.
it? 25. Read this line again for me, please.
This young lad wants to tone down his imagination.
That's
not
Judge. I don't know what
that's
the fuck
Judge.
are you doing.
This young lad wants to tone down his imagination. He's insulted me in my profession quite enough.
There you go. Judge is my default.
However,
It makes sense. Judge is our favorite voice character.
It's true.
it'll put this man to bed, dispel any doubts about my involvement. Then I'll happily submit to a body search. You can't check if it's up my anus.
What? He's going to agree to it? I mean, he has no choice. It's a double-edged sword. So if he does agree to it, when you agree to it, like, you're agreeing to, like, yeah, if anything's found on my person, like, I'm fucked. But if you disagree to it, then there's a chance that, like, people are gonna assume, like, oh shit, he's hiding something, even if it's not the case. So I think he's rather take the hit of subjecting himself to it, because at least, like, he's doing it with honor and not trying to back away from it. At this point, like, he has to try to save his reputation.
Yeah. Also, for some reason, I want to call him a greasy thumb.
Call him a greasy thumb, it's fine.
He's a greasy thumb.
He's a greasy thumb. Young man, this is your first day, so I'll let you off with a warning.
Young man, this is your first day, so I'll let you off with a warning. I presume you're aware of the precipice on which you now teeter, my learned student friend. You have made the most serious allegation against Scotland Yard here.
So if we don't find anything, then we're fucked. I find this game especially funny because I'm about to start my law study this year. Ooh, very cool!
You're
Look at
gonna find this
you.
kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I have not watched the videos of, like, lawyers reacting to Phoenix Wright, but, like, it's still, like, I'm not a lawyer. I took one law class, and it was, like, for my master's program, but it was, like, law and student affairs, so more about, like, how the law protects colleges and whatnot, kind of, in cases that involve colleges, but, like, it wasn't, like, going in-depth about it. But I can read case law now. I know how to do that. So in case y'all need me to read case law, I can do that. Not that good, though.
From what I've heard from lawyers talking about the video game series, I've heard them many times describe it as kangaroo court.
Oh, because they make shit up as they go.
Yeah, they have. The thing is that whenever it comes to law, there's like a process, and
Yeah.
considering that they actually don't have a process, because in this world, the process has been sped up to you have 3 days.
Yeah,
which means a lot of bullshit happens.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's also because, like, it's a game. It's supposed to be like
Yeah, it's supposed to be fast paced and
or more fast paced than like
not boring.
a trial. Cause like I think the Johnny Depp versus Heard trial I think took 2 years to go to court. They only did the trial like a couple weeks, or not weeks ago, like a month or 2 ago. And that was a 6-week trial. We're doing trials in 3 days here.
Yeah.
Like, and like, yeah, you're
big...
right. There is a process. Like, you do your opening statements, which are usually
discovery.
like an hour long. You do like your period of discovery, like picking the jurors, which in this game, the judge is judge, jury, executioner.
There's a jury actually.
In this game? Oh, in Great Ace, there is.
In Great Ace, there's no
but
jury.
not in the base Phoenix Wright games. There is no jury. And then like you have like it goes way more in depth. So like I understand what they mean by like kangaroo court in that sense.
Yeah. It's that especially the one scene I remember watching a lawyer.
Reacting
extremely...
to the updated autopsy report or something.
She was so fucking pissed about that.
I mean, yeah, instant law, crash course. No, this is the Spark Notes. This is Spark Notes of law.
Jesus. But
super cool, Pufferfish, about how you're starting your law studies. Yay! What type of law do you want to do? Do you want to be like a district attorney? Do you want to be a prosecutor? What do you want to do? Tell me. I'm interested for I crave the knowledge. Now, this is the copy of Spark Notes. Yes, okay, that is actually more accurate. I said Spark Notes, but I'm like, what is like worse than Spark Notes? And it's it's the copy of Spark Notes. Yes, you are correct. I want to work in social welfare. Ooh, feel free to tell more, because like I like to think I know everything, but I don't know everything. So like feel free to tell more as much as you're comfortable sharing, that is. But congrats, that sounds wonderful. I work in student affairs, so like I work with college students. So not necessarily a similar field, but like definitely in a helping capacity in that sense.
If following the search of the inspector's personal effects, no disc is found,
we're fucked.
You will be deemed unfit for court service. The trial will end.
Yeah, we're fucked. We know that.
And my country's government will formally demand of yours that you are severely reprimanded.
Oh, so are we gonna get, like, spanked on the behind or something?
If that is what you wish.
That sounds serious. I mean, no shit, Rinosuke.
Indeed, if having a visiting student make such defamatory remarks about our country's most senior police force, it's not something Her Majesty's government will be able to overlook.
Like child protection, anti-prejudice stuffs. Ooh, very cool. Very cool. Well, I wish you the best success with everything. And hopefully, like, if you like to stick around more, like, I would love to, like, see you on your journey a little bit. That would be kind of cool.
You're just threatening Runa because you're scared.
Nanny poo poo, you're a scary cat.
Iris, this is not how court works.
Objection, Your Honor. He's scared.
He's a fucking scaredy cat.
Overruled.
Overruled. Also, jail time.
You're gonna jail the child? Oh no.
He's going to have to do community service by working in the factory for 2 years. Goodbye.
That voice line was just moi. Oh, mine? With Iris? If so, then thank you. I love my voice for Iris. It took me a bit to like get into her voice, but like I think she's one of my favorites that I voice. I was actually publicly outed today, just a few hours ago. I'm gonna assume that you did not want to be publicly outed. Whose kneecaps am I breaking? The rats assemble. We're gonna go break some kneecaps, I think. Pending that you did not want to be outed today. If that's the case, I'm sorry that happened. That's shit. That's shit. You shouldn't have to go through that. No one should have to go through that, of being outed publicly without their consent. Because that's not okay.
when you get publicly outed, but you want to be publicly included.
The accusation is beyond serious. You must prepare for grave consequences.
Yeah, by a family member. Not my first time being outed. Was the first time online, though. Oh, interesting. I mean...
On the Facebook, I'm guessing.
Facebook or Instagram. Or Twitter, depending on what platform you use. Like...
That's so hot.
I've never been outed because, like, I've been not... I don't want to say proactive. I've just been, like... Yep, Facebook. Facebook. I really only use Facebook for, like, keeping tabs on, like, my IRLs, but, like, I don't post on it. I mainly frequent, like, Twitter and Discord, are, like, my main hubs of interaction. Called it, but sorry it happened to you, Puffer. Yeah, we're sorry. We're holding your hand. We hold hands. That's what we do here. We hold hands.
Don't worry, I washed mine.
The Void has hands?
Well, yeah, I gotta wash my void sometimes.
Okay, true.
Mostly it's with dark matter, but you know.
Yeah, I've never been outed. Like, I haven't had someone out me, because I've always been, like, super, like, making sure that, like, if like, because, like, it took me a while to come out to my mom. I'm not out to my dad yet. Hands reach out from the void. Yeah. Took me a while to come out to my mom, so, like, whenever I would have people around, I would always be like, hey, I'm not out yet. Don't say anything that's gonna, hint to it. So I've always been, like, overly paranoid about that shit. Hands grip you from the void. My family still doesn't know. Yeah, I know I posted, like, on Facebook that, like, I'm non-binary and bisexual, but, like, you kind of have to, like, read into the Facebook post in order to see it, so if you're not paying attention, it could slip by. But, like, my dad doesn't know as far as I'm aware, and I think most of my extended family on my dad's side doesn't know. But, like, I've had my sister make, like, homophobic comments to me about, like, being non-binary, and how she's like, well, like, people should just agree with the gender they were assigned with at birth. And I'm, like, sitting there like, Lord give me strength not to punch a bitch right now. Yeah, and that's what she said to my face, actually. That's why we don't talk about my gender around her. One day I'll just wear a binder and be like, nah. One day I'll just be like, you know what? If you're not gonna, like, be cool with it, then, like, I'm not cool with you. One day. Today's not that day, though. One day, though.
Just the meme of the soon cat.
Lapel de Vide calls from the void. Are you French, Puffer, or do you study French? I shouldn't say, are you French? I should ask, like, is French your first language? It's true. Can't imagine Gregson would have accepted a gentleman's agreement for something so critical. The disc must have physically changed hands, which means the inspector should have it. But somehow, something doesn't feel quite right here.
Well, Counsel, you know the implications, and so do I. But let me ask you one final time.
Redeemed pronouns, he, him, trans, mask, ace. Ah, yay! Thank you for using the pronoun redeem. Anyone else is welcome to drop their pronouns and identifiers in chat. Not like identifiers as in, like, LGBTQ plus identifiers. So I'm she, they, that is my name. I use she, they pronouns interchangeably. He, him, void. Void is not a pronoun.
I'm kidding.
I mean, like, if you want to get into neo-pronouns, you could make void a neo-pronoun. But
I'm fine. He, him's fine.
yeah. But non-binary, use she, they pronouns interchangeably. I'm AFAB, so assigned female at birth. Currently bisexual. that might change. Who knows? And my gender identity might change as well. Who knows? It's fluid, which is cool.
For some reason I can't help. So go ahead.
American would say German, French, and a little Spanish. I'm also American. I studied mainly French in grade school, but they taught it so poorly that I don't remember a lot of it.
I'm secretly British. No, I'm kidding. I'm American.
You're Southern, but you don't portray it at all.
Not really, no. Sometimes I do whenever I'm out talking with people. Apparently, I sometimes put on a Southern accent when I'm talking to people, but other than that...
To blend in.
Yeah, it's an adaptive technique to get people to like you.
Funny.
For some reason, I was imagining the judge singing the "You Know the Rules and So Do I" song.
You know the rules, and so do I.
What is
You know
that
the
from?
song I'm talking about?
No.
You wouldn't get this from any other guy. Never gonna let you up. Never gonna let you down.
Oh, okay. Now I do.
There
Took
you
me a
go.
hot minute.
But it's just the judge singing it.
We really need to make that Red White Christmas album.
We do.
Yes, my lord. The slow Rickroll. Yeah, it was a slow Rickroll. I may have a master's degree, but I never said I was smart.
She doesn't have a meme degree.
I don't have a meme degree, yeah.
Do you still persist in formally requesting a search of the inspector's personal effects?
Okay, because Rinosuke was like, okay, I think something's off here. I think we're gonna say, I think we're gonna want to say search someone else.
Yes.
Because I think, because even if they went through with the trade, Gregson didn't have to take the disc. Graydon only had to show the disc. Didn't mean he had to, like, hand it over right then and there. Just had to show it that he had it.
Question is, who do we search?
So we're picking search someone else, correct?
Yes, search someone else.
Okay. Let's take this one step at a time here. Yes, the defense formally demands a search be conducted.
We should probably save just in case.
What?
We should probably save just in case.
Oh, yes, let's save.
You wouldn't get this from any other guy. Well, don't say you want war, but your typical Nipponic stubbornness may well land you in hot water this time.
Pufferfish, thank you for the follow, friend. We're now at 510 followers, on our way to 600 stab wounds. Didn't give him a chance, did you? If you know Detroit Become Human, you will understand the reference. Oh, that
Every
emote's cute.
Every subscribe is one stab wound I will give Gray when I visit.
And you too can help Gray get stabbed.
By
Please
donating
don't.
to-
Stab me with pokes, finger pokes of love.
Yeah.
28 stab wounds. Yes. We love Brian Deckard. We love Connor Detroit.
So the lesson will do you some good. Fair enough, I've got nothing to hide. Very well then.
Is Rinosuke gonna be like, well, wait, we don't want him searched.
Conduct a search of the inspector's personal effects, please.
There we go. The fence demands a search, but not of Inspector Gregson.
What?
What's all this?
I'm the one you're accusing, aren't I? I thought you wanted to search me.
Didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Yeah. No, Inspector. Not you. Somebody else.
Your mother. What's the meaning of all this, eh? Lost it at last, have you, sunshine? I don't know why I expected someone to jump in. The court shouldn't have put you up with this nonsense. You're being completely irrational.
Ooh, water redeem. Thank you for the water redeem. Grant, Void, don't forget to drink your Void juice.
Void juice.
Me.
I played clarinet today for the first time in a very long time. And being a really long time, as in, like, since May 9th. I surprisingly still sound good. Don't know how, but I do.
Me.
Me. Be quiet, all of you.
Oh,
Oh.
it was Child.
I guess that's a good thing I didn't do old man voice.
Be quiet, all of you. Luna's doing what you all told him to do and having the courage of his convictions. So you should respect that and listen to what he has to say in good faith. Because that's the British way.
Of course, she keeps pulling a gun in court. Can someone take it away from her, please?
It's okay, it only should smoke.
Dark matter slushy appears in void. Slurp sounds from the void.
Well said, young lady.
Someone made an edit of the, one scene in Detroit Become Human when Connor and Hank are at the, food truck, and Hank is, like, eating his lunch or whatever, and, Connor then asks, like, may I ask you a personal question, Lieutenant? And they edited it, so, like, Hank is just making constant slurp sounds, and, like, it cuts back and forth, and he's, like, still slurping on his drink without actually answering the question, or
So
saying,
he's just
yeah,
ignoring
Connor,
him.
you could ask me a personal question. Like, it's so good. I need to go find it, because it lives in my brain rent-free.
So it's just him, like, constantly just, like, slurping and eating while Connor's, like, waiting for him to answer.
Yeah!
Answer to
That sounds about right. It sounds
Well,
like
not eating, just slurping the drink that he has.
uh,
It's somewhere on Twitter. And I haven't seen. Oh my god, it's so
aggressive
good.
slurp sounds.
I need to find it. It's so fucking good. It's somewhere buried in my likes on Twitter.
Hurried.
Did you read this?
Yes, I did.
Indeed, this court is in awe of the defense counsel's conviction and eagerly awaits his next words.
You what? Don't be so hasty, my lord.
If I'm not mistaken about the things I've seen in court today, I'm fairly sure that I know who has the disc at the moment. There's only one person it could be.
Counsel, of whom do you request a search now?
Obviously, Sasato.
Obviously, Sasato.
Alright,
Obviously, Mr. Sholmes.
time to get a rub down.
So, my gut reaction is to think Graydon, because they were the two colluding. But, like, also at the same time, like, I don't want to think it's him, because I feel like that's too easy.
Who else could he give the disc to?
Well, they could have slipped it in Gina's pocket or something while she was testifying.
You probably would have noticed.
Yeah,
It would have to be somebody on the stand with them.
so one of the Skulkin brothers.
Maybe.
Ringo is the older Skulkin brother? I don't believe that. I think that's a lie.
Skulkin's never skulkin'.
Uncomfortable pause with continuous slurping sounds. It's so cute, yes. Eggy is very cute. We love Eggy, the unofficial mascot of Aaron Gray's Twitch YouTube channel. Connor punches.
Trademark.
Machine Connor who? So, it could have been one of the Skulkins, Because the only people who've been on the stand besides Graydon and Gregson have been Lestrade and the two brothers.
Yeah.
So which one is it? Is it one of the two that we pick?
It would probably be the one that was closest to Gregson.
Do you think I remember who that is?
It was Nash that was closest.
Okay. Oh yeah, Nash is the one closest. Objection! Hey Dragon, welcome in friend. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Happy Friday.
How dare you object? Over me!
Take that!
Of my lord, Mr. Nash Skulkin.
What? Minerva.
I? Me?
And
Very well then. Bailiff. I guess I'm gonna go down. Train the witness to conduct a thorough search.
yeah, your voice completely cut there.
Oh, okay.
Hold it!
Please, my lord.
I never expected that voice to come from Gregson.
Me fucking neither.
I like your voice better.
Thanks. I'm told that my voice is a lot better.
Inspector. Scotland Yard has to object to the search.
Oh, I wonder why, Gregson.
I wonder why.
Why would you want? You don't want us to give your friend there a little pat down, a little searchy search?
Unfortunately for you, Inspector, your objections carry no weight here.
Because you're not a fucking prosecutor.
I?
Why are you surprised like this? How many trials have you seen, Gregson?
What are all these chips?
In this courtroom, only the prosecution and defense have the authority to object.
Yes, thank you, Von Seeks. Put him in his place.
I put everyone in their place.
What? Lord Von Zeeks?
I have no idea what forces are in play that might influence your actions. But personally, I have no intention of obstructing the course of this trial. Bailiff, carry out the search.
Now hold on, Mo. I don't know nothing about no disc.
Carry out. Here, my lord, in the witness's pocket. I found this.
Oh, we found it.
Now we play the meme of
Watch, bitch.
Good lord, that's another music box disc.
Don't know nothing about it. Nothing.
Yeah, I press X to doubt in chat. If you
his brother.
the brother.
He's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, bro? Why didn't you let me know?
Well, we were brothers.
Looks like
Pufferfish doubts.
looks
That
like
is the
this
second-
cat is out of the bag.
Yep. That is the second music box disc left behind by Magnus McGilded.
Trademark.
Oh, we did a full 360 turn. We're getting fancy.
360 no scope. Woo!
Whoa!
Get pointed.
Is it not, Inspector Gregson?
Chips.
My chips.
You're gonna take away my chip license. My lifetime of supply of chips has gone down the drain.
The music is cutting out for me.
Order, Mr. Skulkin, what have you to say for yourself?
Jesus, this music is.
You can turn it off on your end.
Yeah, no, I want to hear it though.
Or turn it down, at least.
I did.
Because
That's
I
what
can't
did.
control the music volume. Otherwise, I would turn it down, but, like, there's only on or off.
Sorry, it
There
was
is
like
no slider.
it was like a flashing light to my ears,
because it was just like going up and down like a roller coaster, so it was throwing me off. That's why I was saying stuff about it.
Oh, no, you're good.
Oh, bin it. I mean, just go and flame and bin it.
You can turn it down in Discord if it's bothering you.
That's what I did.
Okay.
It's stabilized, so it's not doing that.
Okay.
It was like a strobe light. That's the best way I could describe it.
That's fair.
Swear I don't know nothing about that disc. Honest to God.
Counsel, would you please explain what exactly is going on here? The alleged deal that was struck was between this witness and this detective, no?
Without question, my lord.
Then for pity's sake, why on earth was this man in possession of the disc that the inspector traded for information?
Because maybe the
Get him
inspector figured that if worst comes to worst, they might get searched. But surely they wouldn't consider searching the two baddies over here.
Of course, it could be that he just nipped it out of him, but I think Gregson was too confident to not somehow be involved in that.
Yeah. Inspector Gregson is a shrewd, calculating man who rarely loses his composure. But
Excellent out to that last one.
But at one particular point in this trial, he exhibited some unusual behavior for a brief moment.
I don't recall. What's the unusual behavior?
Me neither, Judge. I also don't recall.
It's been a couple weeks,
It has been a couple weeks. It was, yes, during my cross-examination of Mr. Graydon. Tell me, Mr. Graydon, when you left the pawnbrokery that night, was it by any chance with the second disc in your jacket pocket? I meant nothing of the sort. Oh. When Mr. Graydon answered my questions, the inspector appeared to have grabbed Nash Skulkin by his coat and was shaking him violently.
Forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he did it all. Thought me noggin was gonna fall clean off, I did. I was wishing I'd been born as my brother, I was.
Yeah, that animation was good for that little tussle. That was good animation.
Just shaky, shaky, shaky.
Shaky, shaky, shaky. Little bobblehead boy. And what
Just need
exactly...
a full animation of that.
And what exactly happened to make the detective attack you like that?
I ain't got a clue. He just suddenly turned and grabbed me whistle like that and started shaking me.
Don't say whistle like that, because it makes me think of something else that could be called a whistle. Don't perceive me.
Toot toot.
Pufferfish, those are cute emotes.
Why the blazes did you mention the third gun when we got shot down the station? That's what he said. Yeah, right down my ear, all he did. Me head's still throbbing now.
The way the detective behaved then was extremely out of character. But looking back now, it must have been that he did it. That made no sense. That was the opportunity Inspector Gregson created for himself in order to hide the disc.
Well, bless my wig, he hit it!
That's a phrase. The character design is so fun. Yeah, they really did a good job with the character design in this game.
I love the Santa Claus judge.
Yes, so do I.
You. Well, I'm afraid I failed to comprehend the motive here. If the detective had acquired the disc he was after, why on earth would he then proceed to hide it in another man's pocket? This is a court of law. I could have submitted the item as evidence. It would appear, my lord, that the inspector was not at liberty to do that. Why ever not? As the man himself revealed earlier, this current assignment has some special conditions.
You don't have to reread this. Cover the medium use to convey the secrets leaked from the ministry, and do it on the QT, strictly hush-hush.
Hush-hush, a top secret assignment, is it? Well, I don't much care for top secrets. It could be a bottom secret.
It could be a Switch secret for all we know.
As far as we're aware, the information stolen comes from the confidential government communications. It would seem that if the information were to be revealed in court as evidence, it would be problematic.
So let's do
Yeah, because
exactly
we would have
that.
wanted to listen to it.
Let's do exactly that. Let's do it right the fuck now.
Yeah, let's listen to it. Press X in chat if you'd like to listen to what the CD says.
Press X in chat if you want Void ASMR.
Does that sum up the situation, Inspector?
I'm operating under direct orders from the Ministry.
Alright, let's get Strongheart in here.
Is it the Ministry of Truth?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to answer that question.
So, realizing there was a chance that you may be searched here in court,
Pufferfish, thank you for the X for wanting to listen to these discs. We will try our best to listen to these discs.
you took steps to hide the disc you had acquired from the witness.
Oh, does this mean?
He only pretended to attack Mr. Skulkin in order to get close enough to him, to slip the second disc into his pocket.
Oh, it was all a present?
Pretense.
A present?
Pretense.
It was all a present. It was a gift to him.
Pretense.
Pretense.
Oh my god.
Come on, you told me something he would say.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That was in character.
That was in character, yes. I will give you that.
Well now, Inspector Gregson, and you, Mr. Graydon.
I'm imagining Void as like Spider-Man Noir, but then the body is like a black fluid, like the Venom symbiote. Ooh!
Yeah, that's kind
We
of how I
have
imagine
Void
it.
lore now! Love
Just moves
it!
around.
Love to see it.
At least I don't have to eat brains like the symbiote does.
True.
Are you prepared to admit to the accusation made against you of this alleged deal?
Watch Graydon be like, no. Sparkle. Like, no.
It was Gregson. He killed.
It was Gregson, yeah.
Killed the pawnbroker.
Admit to it, yours truly, please.
See, I was right. He's not gonna admit to it. He's never going to admit to it.
I'll
Mr.
lie to the day I die.
Mr. Graydon, I'm going to shake you violently.
You would like that, wouldn't you? Clearly our eastern visitor has an uncommonly active imagination.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with an active imagination. That's
Okay,
where all my
well, then,
fanfic
yeah,
ideas come from.
How absolutely droll. However, there's no proof that I passed that disc to the inspector.
Objection.
But then, how do you explain the reason why you knew about the peephole?
I'm under no obligation to explain.
Von Ziegs, please help us out here. What?
Yes, I lied in my testimony, that I admit, so sentence me accordingly. But that is all I admit. Murder, leaking government secrets, striking a deal with a detective.
Alright, we all see how guilty he is. It reeks from here. Like, can we just, like, lock him up already, please?
I would like to see you try. All of it is this young Eastern man's fancy.
I thought he
What else
said
do you have?
fantasy, and I was like,
I have no idea what any of this is about.
You... What?
He's literally the embodiment of fake it till you make it.
He really is. Well, what about you then, Inspector Gregson? Do you admit to making a deal with Mr. Graydon in order to acquire the disc?
Ladies and gents of the jury,
I am innocent.
I am a thumb. As a Scotland Yard inspector, I will declare this and nothing more. I am acting in the best interest of the country. Whatever I've done has been in the name of justice.
Hey, Hey, Adrian, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Thank you for the 400 bits cheer and for the
With my
judge
favorite poppers emotes.
emotes.
I love it. Adrian, I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, Adrian. We appreciate all my mods here. I think Adrian's the only mod that's currently here, as far as I can see, but that's okay.
So, as members of the public of this fine country,
He's trying to appeal to the jury.
I'd like to think that justice will be your guiding light when you're making your decisions.
Some of those people are looking kind of pissed, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I know I would be pissed. Like, you're telling me it's for the good of the country, but you won't tell me? What are you
Yeah.
hiding?
This is quite a quandary indeed. Rarely have I encountered such an extraordinary tumultuousness in the concluding of a trial.
Is this concluding? Are we done?
Nevertheless, in the absence of any further evidence to be presented, I believe it is time that we put...
No, there is one more thing. Judge, we have both discs. Let's put them together. Smash that bitch on the disc thing. Let's listen to this.
Objection, Your Honor!
Objection! I want to know what this fucking says.
Hey, nice to be here.
God.
Been lurking a while playing MC, but thought I should make my presence known. It's okay. That's okay for the lurk. Thank you, though.
That's fine.
While playing MC.
I just really want to smash those discs together onto this fucking disc. Like,
Smash them together like cymbals. Objections! Objection!
just Dragon Ball it, clap. Anyways.
God. Minecraft. Ah, okay. What you building in Minecraft, friend? Tell me.
Well now, as a fellow servant of the Queen and country, I must say I sympathize with the old inspector.
You can turn off the, like, motion thing if the bobbing makes you sick.
I can't play without getting motion sickness. Yeah, I don't think I play with the bobbing.
Yeah, you can turn the bobbing off.
In certain games I do, but Minecraft I don't.
That's if that is what makes you sick. I couldn't tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a dependable man, I'm quite sure. In service, one becomes a good judge of character.
I still get it with the bobbing off. Oh, I'm sorry, friend.
Puffer.
Even crossing your eyes doesn't help it when it comes to looking at this case. It's all blurred to me.
Well, as a fellow professional, I'd like to put my faith in the detective, really.
Great, and this highly skilled operator. Stop! Currently in presence of idol. Stop! Yeah, she's infatuated. Look at the sparkle in her eyes.
She has a body pillow of him in
Yeah.
the room. She has a specially made masturbatory aid. It's just everything is what
Oh
she wants
man.
it
That took a turn.
Detective has very much trust in eyes. More than this, I cannot say.
Oh my god, this jury is actually gonna say that they're innocent and I don't like it. I don't like it here.
Mouse.
Can the mouse be a juror? Please?
The mouse is like,
Playing on a realm with some friends constructing an Inca village. Personally, I'm working inside a massive multi-level cave to make a forgotten underground Inca city. Ooh, that sounds really, really cool.
don't forget to add Shaboba.
I don't believe it. These 6 jurors they're going to believe Gregson if they declare the decision now.
Is Jenny going to be found guilty?
If I don't manage to produce some definitive evidence right now, then we're going to lose. If there's some proof that Graydon killed Mr. Winnebaker, stole those government secrets. Play the fucking discs, you cowards.
Play the disc, you coward.
Play the disc.
Play the
28
disc.
discs.
Play the disc. Play the disc.
We will have an angry mob in my chat if we don't play these fucking discs.
28 days later, they finally played the disc.
Oh my god. 28 streams later, we finally get through this fucking trial. Or some evidence. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was stretching.
Oh, okay. Or some evidence to force Gregson into admitting that he struck a deal with the witness.
Well then, Council, I think it's time I impose on the jurors to declare their final decisions, no? That is, unless you have some compelling evidence you have thus far not presented to the court.
If I let the judge call on the jurors to announce their leanings, Gina will be found guilty.
So there's no choice then, Muno. You have to throw some more evidence at them.
Like literally throwing at their faces. Maybe they'll jog the memory that they're being damn stupid.
Thank you, Iris.
I could shoot my smoke at them.
Yeah, smoke screen them until they realize their ways.
I don't know why I'm sounding like a Mickey Mouse.
This is it now. It all comes down to this. Who do I present evidence against? Gregson or Graydon? Ooh. I'm gonna say Graydon. I think it's gonna be Graydon with the discs.
Guess what?
Am I right?
It can be either.
Great, cool. Graydon. We're gonna go with Graydon because that's in my name. Cool pog. Mr. Graydon, there's one final piece of evidence I would like you to see.
You misguided fool. Whatever you intend to show me now, you'll be wasting your time. I have nothing left to lose.
How about my dick?
I assure you I will admit to nothing.
This is my last chance. It looks like I'm going to have to force his hand here. One final piece of evidence to get him to admit to the deal he clearly struck on the stand. Is it the small music box?
One of two things you can present.
So yes to the music box?
The small music box is one, yes.
What?
So, sorry, I yawned. The small music box is one of the two, yeah.
Oh, I'm assuming it's the music box or the disc.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna present the music box.
Take that!
Is that Mr. McGildy's peculiar music box, Council?
Yes, with the disc already in place, ready to play. I think perhaps now would be a good time to listen to the sound produced by the music box again. Only this time.
With
With
two.
both discs. Oh, we did it on 360 no scope! Whoa! Pew, 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 pew.
Hope you're ready to get shot in the head this time.
360 no points. With the
When you
second
play
disc we've
TF2
just
as
discovered
sniper.
set in place as well. What?
So when you're playing TF2 as the sniper,
Yeah.
Goodness, this disc, Council.
Hold it!
no, wait, I can't let you do that. Try to fucking stop me.
Why not?
Because I'm, well,
Because it's not got nothing to do with this case, that's what.
Objection!
Not true, Inspector.
Aye?
The defense has already proposed that the sounds heard by the court earlier from this music box were part of a Morse code message. I'm surprised I've never been to court, to be honest.
I'm just like, in my head, I was like, propose. I can't believe you're doing that to Von Ziegs already.
Wait, I have a ring. I have two rings.
Yeah.
He could choose. He could choose his ring of choice.
Do you want mood ring or diamond ring?
Well, this one is a stone ring. I forget the stone. And then this one is a puzzle piece band. Actually, not necessarily a ring.
Puzzle piece band.
Yes.
You probably want the puzzle piece band.
Yeah, because he's literally an enigma to figure out. We know that Morse code comprises of two distinct tones. The defense believes the second disc contains the second tone needed to complete the message. And now we have a chance to confirm that theory.
For crying out loud, Sunshine, we're talking about state secrets here. If you go letting the whole courtroom hear confidential information like this, it's treason.
It can't be treason.
It
'cause he's
wouldn't
not
have
part
been
of this
treason
country.
if you never did it in the first place.
It's not treason because he doesn't have any loyalty or oath to this country.
Yeah. Then do you admit the charge? That in order to protect those state secrets, you engaged in unlawful dealings with the witness.
You're mad.
A saying I've had for some years when playing, or someone else plays as a sniper, is snipe the sniper for the sniper snipes the sniper. Good words of advice, you know. That's a lot of snipers.
That's a tongue twister right there, good sir.
Yeah, that is a tongue twister.
If you let that secret information out into the public domain, it could be copyrighted.
It will be copyrighted, and YouTube will copyright claim your videos for playing 0.2 seconds of it.
Snipers, no sniping.
Sniping. This is why I love these streams. I think I get my best content from these streams. Oh man, I love y'all. Pufferfish, when you mean you've never been to court, do you mean like gone to a court to like watch as like the gallery, or like gone to court because you've done crimes?
I've been to court twice. One as a observer for my grandpa, and because he was basically trying to get, he was suing the state of Arkansas. And the second was whenever I was called to do jury duty.
Yeah. I've never been called to do jury duty. Hopefully, maybe I'll get a chance to do it while here. I don't know. Both.
It was a
LOL.
pretty serious case that I was invited to be jury of, but I couldn't do it because I had to be a pallbearer.
Oh. Both LOL. Oh man, what crimes did you commit? I've committed the crime of being gay and queer.
She committed the crime of pufferfish.
Did you say she? It's a he.
Sorry, he committed the crime of pufferfish.
He's a he. Yes.
Objection.
Let's not forget, Inspector, that you, a Scotland Yard officer, leaked confidential case details to a witness. That you continue to lie to the court, and all because, by fair means or foul, you're determined to do your duty. There's quite a variety. Oh. Say it with me now. Sniper, no sniping. Sniper, no sniping. It worked. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. No, that's the male song from Blue's Clues.
No, but I like that song.
We just
We
got
just
a
got a letter.
They get
We just
emails
got
now.
a letter. Wonder who.
They don't get letters anymore. They get emails.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
Yeah.
How did they sing the song now?
I don't know. We just got an email. We just got an email because it's the same amount of syllables.
I guess it just sounds weird.
Oh, I got called for jury duty and was like, but I have Crohn's, and they were like, you're excused.
They excuse a lot of people. I couldn't be
Yeah.
excused because I literally had no reason.
Anywhere from stuff that just small fees to life sentences. Oh God.
Yeah, mine was a case, but I didn't hear the rest of it because I wasn't picked for jury anyways.
Gotcha. Yeah, when I was student teaching, the art teacher at the school I was student teaching at got called for jury duty. I forget what it was, but it was like a decent profile case. But like she couldn't do it for some reason. I think it was because like she knew too much or like was associated with somebody within the system. So like she couldn't be a part of it. I'm only 19 though, LOL. Pufferfish. Friend. You good? Well, by fair means or foul, I'm prepared to do mine. Grant. Line. Grant? Oh. He BRB'd. I did not realize that he BRB'd. Oopies. Nab, I do be vibing. Ah! I flipped forward! I do not want to do that. Nab, I do be vibing. It's like I'm living my own little anime. That's fair. That's fair. I don't want to say like I'm living my life like an anime, but like I'm certainly living my life. And here's an eggie to bless you all. Come on. Smoochies. Alright, so we're gonna wait for Grant to return. I do not know where Grant went. Probably bathroom. I don't know though. Oh, Pufferfish, thank you for joining the Discord server. Oh my god, we have another Kai! We have 2 Kais in the Discord server now. This is exciting. Don't forget to grab, you can also grab like other roles, using hashtag rolls, and then you can get some rolls. Not in like butter rolls. Oh yes, Grant is in the bathroom. Alright, I'm just still looking through the Discord server. Boop, ba-doop, boop, 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 while we have stuff playing in the background. Do 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 do. I could totally open cases, but my living situation stuff makes it difficult, so yeah. I was an admin on a Discord server that had so many Kais that we literally made it a role. Oh my god, I love that. That's so good. Yeah, I don't think we have many repeating names, if any, besides you and my other friend Kai, who's in the Discord server. So that is interesting, indeed. Let me see. You have Jesse, Amy, Evan, I don't know their name, Ash, Magnolia, MCat, Cerbrosif, Archie, Addie, Amethyst, Fairy, and Jupe. I don't know their name. Phil, Grant, Dragon, Phosmonaut. Yeah, I don't think we have repeat names. I don't think we do, except for you and Kai. And the other Kai. Yeah, so we're still waiting for Grant, which is okay. What time is it for you? It's almost 2 a.m. 2 a.m.? Puffer! Go to bed. Do I need to bonk you? Right now, we are approaching 8 p.m. where I am. And I'm an hour, so I'm Eastern time zone in America. Grant is 1 hour behind me, so it's almost...
It's me, your boy.
Hey, Grant. So it's almost 7 o'clock for Grant. I mean, it's 2 a.m. here as well. Yeah, but Adrian, you usually stay up late anyway, so that's okay.
Why do you guys have to live so far away?
Yeah, why do you have to live, like, across the pond? Across a massive pond?
Why can't you just be here and be my friend?
I mean, you're the Void. You could travel through the interwebs, can't you?
I can, but do you know how fucking hard that is? There's a lot of gunk in there.
Intense.
That's like asking me to travel through a swamp.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, now that Grant's back, we will continue. I'll stop at nothing to protect my client. I don't care who I make an enemy of. Meanwhile, Van Zieks is like, ooh, yes, let me pour the wine out because this is getting juicy.
Boy, do I love this spilling of tea.
The spilling of wine. Used to live in Asia, but haven't lived in the USA for 10-ish years. Ooh, cool. Where in Asia, if you don't mind me asking? My grandmother used to live in Thailand for a while, and I think she taught English there for a little bit, I think, if I remember correctly. I lived all around Norway. I was supposed to live a year in Japan, but then life happened. That's fair. That's fair.
I actually was offered to go for a trip to Japan at one point.
What for?
I made an article about President. Whenever I was a kid, we would get articles published if it was really good, and mine was the best in the class, so it got published in the local paper.
Ooh.
And it was for what was the name of the president?
Obama?
It was the one that made the No, it was the one that made the highway system.
Oh.
Eisenhower. President Eisenhower made a paper about him, and apparently Eisenhower's society apparently found the paper I made about him, and so they offered for me to take a trip to Japan for some reason, where they have a museum there for him.
Oh. Philippines mostly, but also exchange student in Malaysia and Indonesia. My clarinet professor is actually from Malaysia. He was really awesome. I loved taking lessons from him. I remember one time he took us out to pho, so like Vietnamese like noodles, like almost like similar to ramen, but it's not ramen because it's Vietnamese. That was fun. That was good. Yeah, I really liked him. Yeah, it's quite nice. I've been to Kyoto only though. Gotcha. Japan is fun. Been there once. Want to go back. And with life happened, I mean C-19 happened. That's fair. That's fair.
Is it the wine bottle, or are you just happy to see me?
My lord, if you please. The court must hear the sounds made by that music box. I don't like the way how that's phrased.
Oh, don't worry, they'll be hearing plenty of sounds in a bit.
Oh, on sakes, for Pete's sake, stop him!
Objection!
No.
Objection.
Sparkle. Yes, the boot!
Inspector, you should know my methods by now. Under the boot. Lick it.
Oh my god, this is so good. This is so implying that the two know each other rather well. I want the fanfiction.
I'm a prosecutor. I'm no Scotland Yard puppet.
Yes, Van Zeeks, tell him off.
In this courtroom, my duty is to the law, so let me propose a toast. To uncovering the truth, by fair means or foul.
Oh, he used our line. Look at him go. We love that for us. I was in Philippines when C-19 happened, was declared world's longest and strictest lockdown. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine, actually, because America was poopy, to say the least.
Well, the defense's stance here and that of the prosecution has been made clear, I feel. Therefore, in accordance with the defendant's request, the court will listen to this music box is set in operation once more. This time with the second disc in place, and both discs playing simultaneously.
In my city, they put people in dog cages. I was lucky to escape. Couldn't legally be outside in my case for 489 days. What the fuck? Wow. That's intense. Wow. Play. Listen to that. It's unmistakable now. It's Morse code.
What do you want, for the love of God? Get the blooming box up!
But what did it say? I don't know Morse code.
Me neither. Disc time. Let me ask you again then, Inspector Gregson. Did you, or did you not, strike a deal with the witness next to you in the stand, Mr. Ashley Graydon?
Specifically, did you furnish the witness with confidential case details in exchange for this music disc? Did you reveal the existence of the peephole in the pawnbroker storeroom door, Inspector?
Oh, the other two are gone now.
I did. Oh, stop. What are you doing, man?
It's all exactly like the youngest man said.
Okay.
What are you saying okay to?
Did
something click?
The Morse code.
Oh wait, did you figure it out?
I think I found out what it said.
Do we ever find out in game?
I don't know.
Okay. Don't tell me yet.
They give the answer in the end. Okay, we'll hear it.
Okay.
When the trial resumed after the recess, we were stood there in the stand together. That's when he approached me with the deal. Shut up, you imbecile. Shut up!
You there.
The only thing I remember in Morse code is SOS. I don't know anything in
I'll
Morse code.
send an SOS to the world.
You're the detective who turned up at the pawnbroker the other day, aren't you? I may have something you're looking for, Inspector, but with me at this very moment. So how about a trade? I suggest you accept. Or information that may certain individuals uncomfortable soon become very public indeed.
I couldn't let that information become public knowledge, not under any circumstances. So I accepted the man's proposal and told him details about the case that should have put him in the clear.
Well, where'd that get you?
The peephole in the storeroom door and the bloodstains on the overcoat.
By giving false testimony, those witnesses intended to have the defendant wrongly accused of murder. Inspector, you knew that. Yet you still revealed those details to facilitate the witness's perjury.
You helped a witness commit perjury to find an innocent woman guilty.
Wow.
Are you a good person, Gregson?
No. Man.
I did.
Man.
It's the argument of the greater good. He was doing it for his country.
Yeah.
But then it turned out the peephole had only been made that night after the incident took place. Scotland Yard wasn't aware of that, if I'm perfectly honest.
Well, Mr. Graydon, what do you have to say for yourself? There's nothing and no one left for you to hide behind. You struck a deal with the inspector in order to escape conviction of a very serious crime. Namely this. You are the third intruder who broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question. And you perpetrated the murder of the proprietor, Mr. Pop Windebank.
You.
Oh shit, he broke the cane! Oh shit! Oh shit! Did he just kill him? That cut out entirely.
Restrain that hand! At once!
Spicy sparkle. Yeah, this shit's spicy.
Popped up a chip, if you did notice that.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I thought that was part of the cane that broke.
No, it was a chip. It was a chip.
Oh my
guess
god,
it was
I
in
love
his throat.
that. That's it then. It's all over. Finally. After how many streams?
Like a lot.
A lot.
Oh, this is supposed to be him. I despised my life growing up. Those slums are vile places. I was cursed from birth, born into poverty, son of a penniless artisan.
Artisan.
My parents did nothing but quarrel all day long. What little money they had was never spent on me.
So you were a greedy little child.
So I set about studying to better myself, to one day escape from that hellhole.
And you eventually became a communications officer. I admire your determination.
But then you decided to try to sell government secrets. Why?
Isn't it obvious? Because I wanted money. Even now, years later, the nightmares of my life in the slums wake me in the small hours.
Mood.
I wanted to drown them out with more money than anyone who lived in that squalor could ever imagine. Then one day, I met him.
McGill did, I assume. Yep.
Mr. Magnus McGill.
Good morning to you, laddie. You're a fiend with a queer talent, so you are. I've money to throw your way if you're interested. All you need to do is to go along with me little plan now.
Happy you got to voice him for like 0.2 seconds.
Fucking yes. It was just a couple lines. Man, do I wish he didn't die. I love voicing him.
We still don't know how he died.
He just someone pushed him in the omnibus and he got blown up with it.
But we don't know who did that, though.
No. Oh.
I was to steal the ministry's telegraphic message logs, and McGilded would buy them for a handsome sum. As I was responsible for inspections of the minister's communications office, it was a simple enough task.
Sus. Sus indeed.
The lure of the devil's offerings, how easy it is to succumb.
But you must surely have realized the seriousness of the crime you were committing.
And for that reason, I took great lengths to ensure that my actions were untraceable. By using the music box. My father was a brickmaker, though my mother divorced him when I was still a child.
Yes, Mr. Mason Milverton.
That's right, your mother was able to divorce him.
Yeah.
That's right. He was very skilled with his hands. He'd once been a music box maker's apprentice. I imagined his skills would be sufficient to create a machine that could generate Morse code. So I sought out my father again, to employ his services. It was the first time I'd seen him since I left the slums 10 years earlier.
Look at you, Ashley. What a fine gent you've become, eh?
He was a different man to the one in my memory, a thin, frail old man.
Oh, boo-hoo. This guy's playing a sad tune in his tiny sad violin in Crimey River. You murdered people, you arse. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the game is, like, trying to give us his side, or, like, in the times where we did convict the actual murderer, like...
He openly admits he's a greedy bastard.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably a narcissist, let's be honest.
Now, apparently the reason why is because he's got this... Apparently it's a coping mechanism.
Probably.
In order to deal with the fact that he grew up poor, that he feels like he needed more money than he could possibly do with in order to fill that void.
Yeah.
But poverty had never broken him, never corrupted him like it had me. I was sure he wouldn't help me if I told him the real reason. So I made up a story.
Ah, so that's what he figured it out when he talked to Magnus, so he was going to cut him off, and so he killed him!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because he had an actual... Oh my god.
Some work for you, Father. I need some music box discs made.
Yes, definitely. I like it being his side. I'm just ribbing him because he's looking so pitiful on the stand. I mean, he's cute when he looks pitiful. The other sprites of his just don't look as good. I'm gonna go sleep. It was nice to join in. It was nice having you here, Pufferfish.
Have fun, sleepers. You can finish the VOD later if you want.
So you can always come back and finish the VOD or join us at another stream. We're gonna be continuing to stream like the second game at some point. Don't know when yet, but eventually. But have a good night. See you around the Discord server.
Yeah.
Music box discs, eh?
Musician.
I think this is...
A musician. you think is the old man or
Son. Child.
son? A musician friend of mine has written some music he wants to sell to the public. I brought the score with me. There are two, actually.
I'd be delighted, son. It's been 20 years since I did any work like this, though. Fetch my tools, would you? They're in the loft.
That's how I had him make the two discs. Thereby splitting the information in two, you were taking considerable precautions indeed. It was to protect myself as much as anything. It meant that I could deal with the Gilded in two separate transactions.
I'm back. How's stream? Good. We finally got little piss baby here to confess. The entire time you were gone. Huh?
Is it little diaper boy, little piss diaper boy graded?
Little piss baby.
Yeah.
How was Stardew with partner and other friend?
First involved the first of the two discs of the music box for playing. I exchanged them with McGilded for 10 guineas. Then, on receipt of the second disc, he would pay 1,000 guineas.
That's a hefty jump to go from 10 to 1,000. So what happened on the omnibus 2 months ago was the second part of the deal, the exchange of the second disc.
Yes. I sold the man information that way a number of times already.
So Graydon was on the omnibus?
No, I think he asked his father to deliver it, and his father, I think, figured out whenever McGilded showed up.
Well, we're gonna see. We're about to find out. It was good. We made it to like day 6 and my fishing is level 4. Fishing. Nice. Glad you had fun.
Did a lot of fishing.
It seems he became reluctant to part with his money.
But that doesn't quite make sense, Mr. Graydon, for why it was that on the omnibus 2 months ago, your father, Mr. Milverton, was the one dealing with Mr. McGilded and not yourself.
When I received 1,000 guineas after my first completed dealings with Mr. McGilded, I decided to give 200 to my father for his troubles. But my father realized something was amiss. In time, he worked out that I must be involved in something dubious. And when he did, he said to me,
Next time there's an exchange, you'll let your old man do it, understand? Otherwise, I won't take your money anymore.
So much fishing. I fished up like 1,300 gold worth of fish in the last day. Nice. Look at you.
Catches a shark, sells for 1,000.
that was my father's way of dealing with it, I suppose. Climb into the omnibus, head over the second disc, and take the money from McGilded. That's it. He had no idea what was actually on the discs I asked him to make. He never knew. Just like I never knew why everything went so horribly wrong that night. All I know is that the disc was taken from him, and he never returned home.
Wow.
It was only then I found out what sort of monster McGilded really was. So after 10 years of not once uttering it, I swore my father's name.
That was a flourish.
To exact revenge.
Oh?
What?
Revenge? How so?
As anyone with even the most remote knowledge of the man will no doubt be able to imagine. McGilley brought all his wealth and influence to bear in the most despicable of ways. to crush any semblance of justice in his trial.
Twitch, do you want to send my messages? I got that message, Adrian. Oh, now it works. Thanks. Thanks, Twitch. We appreciate you. Twitch, no. Sparkle.
The crime scene was tampered with, evidence was fixed, and the witnesses were bribed. The trial 2 months ago was a farce from start to finish.
Was he the one to set the carriage on fire? My feet had barely touched British soil back then, and I walked into that hornet's nest completely unaware of the sinister background to it all. I mean, granted, no one really knew.
I made plenty of money out of my dealings with McGilded by then. So I spared nothing in my arrangements 2 months ago. I knew exactly who to hire.
Did he hire someone to kill McGilded and set the carriage on fire?
I hired the judge. He was pretty cheap, actually. I gave him like 3 sandwiches. If you're willing to pay the price, there are people in the city willing to do anything you ask. McGilded himself had shown me that.
Are you saying that?
You hired an assassin, also known as Sasato, to kill him?
That's why she left.
she knew she was gonna be outed.
Talking about sandwiches, Lurk making some sandwiches. Nice, bring us back some sandwiches, please. Thank you, bye.
Hashtag Lurk.
After he twisted everything in his favor in his courtroom to ensure that he walked free, I took matters into my own hands and delivered the justice that monster deserved.
Yup.
The tragic accident following the trial here 2 months ago was planned and executed by yours truly.
The real reason she fled the country. Yeah.
Yeah.
McGilded's death that day was caused by this man. Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
This officer, 'tis sooner than I led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There are some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. Boy, do I wish I was indeed.
It's that policeman who came to tell McGilded he could examine the omnibus again.
That's right, an imposter hired by me.
The imposter is sus.
McGilded uses his wealth to manipulate the trial. He paid people to adulterate the omnibus with all manner of false evidence. He threatened witnesses to lie in their testimony. So I gave the man a taste of his own medicine. Once the omnibus was doused in paraffin, one of my sham policemen ushered McGilded inside and sent him on a one-way journey to hell. An eye for an eye. That's how I avenged my father's death. A spine-chilling account indeed. Why, that wasn't the end of it for me. There was a loose end, you see.
The coat. A loose end.
Yes, I should think it's obvious. The second disc, which my father had taken to exchange with McGill. Ah, yes. There was indeed no mention of it in the man's trial 2 months ago. Clearly because he had been removed from the scene of the crime. When I realized it was missing, I remembered something. Something from the first time I dealt with McGilded. This is the first of 2 discs. In the music box, you need to play them.
Well, look at that now. What an ingenious little invention. So then, as promised, 10 guineas for the young man.
What's this? Windybank's pawnbrokery?
Aye, 'tis a pawnbrokery ticket, so it is. You can use it to redeem an article I've deposited there for ye. There's no need to give a name, just hand over the ticket and tell the fiend the watchword. I put the jewel in pawn for ye. It'll fetch a good 10 guineas if you sell it, so it will.
I've never heard of pawnbrokery being used in quite that way before.
Have you not, Mr. Graydon? London's pawnbrokeries are very useful places, you know. Each one is like an extremely secure vault. Boy, am I so glad to not be dead.
So I knew that if he takes steps to hide the disc, it would be in that pawnbrokery somewhere. And that on the night he killed my father, he must have trusted the ticket to someone.
Yes, to Gina. I remember now. That when we first met you at Windybanks that afternoon 2 days ago, you had a description of Miss Lestrade written down. How did you know who you were looking for?
In the trial, that pickpocket's testimony was clearly peculiar. Anyone could see that. I realized immediately that she was another of Mr. McGilded's pawns, that he must have threatened her somehow. I was fairly convinced it would be her who had the ticket. So I started to make some inquiries. I had a strong suspicion the girl would come out of the woodwork on the redemption deadline.
And he was absolutely right.
And yes, sure enough, she did. All I needed to do was wait until the girl went to Windybanks to redeem the article. But unfortunately, she redeemed only McGilded's overcoat and the one disc that was in its pocket. The all-important music box with the second disc inside was missing. Because it had already been forfeited 2 days earlier. But I was unaware of that fact. Had I not been, I could have avoided my nighttime excursion.
Meanwhile, as our investigation into the stolen government secrets was progressing, we picked up on the fact that McGilded was involved.
I'm so sorry that you're voicing all of these characters right now.
It's okay.
At least you got to do McGilded a couple more times.
I did.
As a
and
treat.
I'm so happy that I did, honestly.
Inspector, you've recovered fast.
And keep a good Gregson down. My orders were to recover the stolen information as quickly as possible. So we started gathering the fella's possessions and examining them wherever that lay in our hands. We had a full-scale investigation going on at the yard, but we had to keep it as quiet as we could.
Grant's doing a hella good job, though. Yes, he is. And if you're not already following him on Twitch, you should go give him a follow.
Shucks, guys.
Shucks.
Then when the inspector here took the disc from me in the pawnbrokeries that day, I became nervous. I was sure the music box and the second disc were still there in the shop somewhere. So I knew that it was a race against time. I had to find those articles before the police did.
So that's what prompted you to break into the place that same night. With the help of your old friends, the Skulkin brothers.
What happened that night in the pawnbrokery, I can only describe as a nightmare. While Nash and Ringo were searching the counter, I'd located the music box I saw the McGilded on the shelves of forfeited articles. And the second disc was inside. Yes, I slipped it into my pocket with a very deep sigh of relief. But then, something entirely unexpected happened.
What are you doing in my shop?
And that was the only bullet he had.
Yep.
A gunshot rang out in the shop, and I felt a sharp pain in my left arm, and I lost Russian roulette. The pawnbroker fired this gun, and the bullet pierced your limb. Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, I decided to bring my own gun with me that night, just in case. Before I knew what was happening, I'd fired back. The man hurried turned to flee. I hadn't intended to fire in his direction, much less kill him. But unfortunately for both of us, the bullet hit home. It struck him in the middle of his back as he fled through his storeroom door for refuge. A sorry, sorry tale. It all took place in the blink of an eye. I didn't imagine Nash and Ringo even realized what had happened at first. I was terrified, so I fled. And that's the whole story. That's everything that happened at Windy Banks on that wretched night.
Then we can assume that after Graydon fled, then we show up with Sholmes.
We heard.
And then the two Skulkin brothers were like, hey, like, we gotta get out of here. And they shot Sholmes, and then they fled. And then we chased after them. So that's the whole story.
Only for the Bobbies to show up.
Yep. They're like, sandwiches all around. Hell yeah! What sandwiches do you got for us, friend? Quickest draw in the West. Hot dang. Yeah, for real.
It's high noon.
Did they already vote?
They did before, remember? But we were able to pull it back because we hadn't finished the examination.
No, because originally it was more level. Now it's like fully guilty versus...
They all said guilty, and we were going to do examination summation, but the issue, what we remembered that we hadn't finished our cross-examination of the witness, so we did that instead. Hi, Mary.
Mary, thank you for the sub of 16 months. You've been here a while. Thank you.
Listen.
Hello. We've pinned and pegged Egg Boy.
Right against the wall.
Right against the wall. No, more like bent over Von Zeke's desk.
His desk.
Yeah, his desk. His little bench over there.
Desk.
His prosecution bench. Hoy, Oli murmur, the fountain was built around, the foundation was built around me. Hoy, Adrian. Hey, Mary.
Fountain.
We got, yeah, I read fountain, sorry. We got ham and cheese, chili mayo, and smoked salmon, and shrimp salad. Ooh! Those sound good. I'll take the smoked salmon one with some shrimp salad, please and thank you.
You called McGilded a monster. A man who used his wealth and influence to assert the facts and escape justice for the crime of murder.
And now,
Because when
he kind of did the same.
I want a television the size of a billboard.
Oh my god, Fosmonot, thank you! Thank you for the sub of 6 months! How are you doing? Welcome in! Oh my god, we're close to a hype train. How are you, friend? Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for the gifted sub. Or, not the gifted sub, but resubscribing with Prime. I laughed way too hard because I was door dashing with Mom and we were on Grant Street. Nice. Also, I got a Bacon King hamburger from Burger King. Nice. I had salmon with a couple scallops and leftover risotto from, like, last week. Thank you for thinking of me. Yeah, I'm still making my way through, making my way downtown.
Walking fast, making it past them homebound.
I'm so glad we had the same thought. Same brain. We share the same brain cell. Mary coming in with the cute little emotes over here. Wow, look at her. Now I'm still making my way through reunion leftovers from last week. But yeah, thank you all for the resubscriptions. Thank you.
The thing on the disc, dude. I want you to know what's on the disc.
I want to know what's on the disc too. I am violently shaking Eggy. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Here's some more cute. Yes. If y'all haven't seen, my trio of Almas is right here. Look at them. We got original Alma, middle Alma, and baby Alma. We love them. Yay!
Mary, what are you talking about? Every time you come here, you're cute yourself.
Yes! Oh my god. And then we have Eggies. Woo! We got Eggy. Wow. We love it here.
Eggs.
Yeah, I want to know, stream, why you buffer? I don't know why it's buffering for you. No, you. No, you. God, I love you, Mary. Yeah, I kind of want to know.
I bet you I made her blush.
Do Murs blush? Do murmurs blush? Is that part of their species? I gotta know now. Does Mary do a little blushy? Hey, at least your chat works. Yeah, that's true. At least chat works. No, I was continuing the song, right? Oh. Sorry. I read that as Batman, but it's okay. What tragic irony. Murmurs doing a heckin' blushy, but very rarely. Blushy. Blushy no murmur. God, I love it here.
On you, Mary.
God, I love us. I love us as a community. I love us so much.
What you have done, it is exactly the same. You have become the very monster you saw and despise so deeply in McGilded.
Oh, whoa, blush. Love it. Love to see it.
Pinchy cheek.
Pinch.
Yes, I think I have.
I wonder if he actually feels remorse, though.
Um.
Ooh, this music's epic.
You'll have plenty of time to think about that.
Yeah, he will.
Well, this has been a long and exhausting trial.
But do you think he would get death penalty, though? For all the shit he's done.
I think they'll probably make a deal with him. My guess is that they'll ask him what he exchanged in the secrets that were exchanged. In exchange that he won't be killed.
It seems that at least we have arrived at the truth. Inspector Gregson, what of Mr. Ashley Graydon?
He's been restrained, my lord, and has been escorted to the yard. He'll be charged with murder of Mr. Windybank and the stealing of government secrets.
But not the murder of... Well, not the conspiracy of murder for McGilded? No?
I mean, my guess is because they already closed the case. No, well, you might be right. They could also probably charge him for murder of McGilded.
Well, it would be conspiracy of murder or, like, something of the sort. Because he didn't actually commit the crime, but, like, he hired someone to commit the crime.
True.
Do you want to read Mary's comment in Judge's voice?
Well, I did have a spa treatment planned after this long and grueling trial, but I suppose that's out the window, just like our tax windows.
Our window taxes.
Good.
Mary's just like, please do funny voices. I love doing funny voices for you, Mary.
And you, Inspector. Regrettably, you'll have to face charges yourself.
Thumb looking ass.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord, of course.
I'm just a measly thumb.
It transpires that you are complicit in helping a criminal escape justice.
I love your funny voices. We all love Grant's funny voices. And his good voices, like Gunzeeks and Judge.
Thank you. You guys make me blush too.
The fact that remains whether or not you are doing so in the line of duty. The crime is a serious one, Inspector, and inexcusable.
Now to the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
No more unlimited fish and chips for you, Mr. Thumb. You
That's
missed
what we
the
joked
joke
about, is that
earlier. You missed
They're
the
taking
joke.
away his infinite fish and chips license.
You missed the joke earlier, Mary, because like they were gonna do like a pat down body search of him, and we were like, I was like, plot twist. The only things they find is fish and chips on his person. Munches on fires.
Oh, jeez. It was just chips, disc, chips,
Yep.
chips.
Yep. Ah, yeah.
It is time for the final adjudication. Guilty. Penalty. Is the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
After all of this, if we still got a guilty verdict, I think I would commit murder.
This made me want to go on a killing spree.
Yes, sir. Garrett Squadron standing by, sir. This is really it now. This time.
This
Unless
better be
someone was
it.
interrupted and object again.
And his home is full of newspapers from many fish and chips he's downed. Yes, he saves every single newspaper.
Whenever he got choked out by fucking Ashley, he even had a chip come out.
Yeah.
Let's push the final call, the finishing whistle. The men are ready to deliver their verdict. And I suppose with
I suppose the women.
Thank you, Mr. Foreman. Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You will now declare your final decisions to the court.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Awesome. The old man.
Yay!
Head smash disc. Innocent.
Haha! That's the stuff. I'm off the hook.
Finally, Vuno, you managed to do it.
Oh my god.
Finally is the word. I really wasn't sure if we'd come out on top for a while there.
Susie was right. You're the best lawyer in the world.
I wouldn't say that, Iris.
Now, X now.
X to doubt. X to very much doubt.
Miss Lestrade, I am not finished with you yet.
Oh, sir, please, no.
Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
Before you start enjoying your freedom, there are certain other crimes to consider,
Oh, considering she, like, broke and entered into the shop.
2 months ago in my courtroom, no less, you gave false testimony, did you not?
I was initially confused about why they were all saying not guilty about Murder Man, but then clicked it as regards to Gina. Yeah, that's why.
And in relation to the trial today, not only did you unlawfully enter Mr. Winnimake's pawnbrokery, but also attempt to abscond with Mr. McGildy's property, it seems.
Hey, I never done nothing of the sort.
Of course not. It's not like you were gleefully wearing McGilded's coat in your cell yesterday or anything.
Aw, and just as I get excited about throwing a party for Gina this evening.
In turning our attention to the defense, determining that when played together, the music box disc contained a message in Morse code was, well, it's certainly a most unexpected revelation, counsel.
Quite so, my lord. The prosecution was caught entirely off guard. In fact, I think we should applaud my learned friend Courage here today. I propose a toast.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay.
I'll even pour you the glass. To demanding the government secrets to be disseminated before the entire courtroom.
Well, it's the only way to get them to talk. I mean... Uh-oh, another glass to be broken, and another bottle to be yeeted.
Another person to be broken.
Ah. Very sorry about that. It was the only way that I could get Inspector Gregson to admit to what he'd done, so... I'm gonna say this is Juror 5, the one who does know Morse code.
Like, that's you then.
If I may say something on that point, isn't that
Yes, I was correct. I was torn between it being Gregson or her. I'm glad it was her.
Same.
It's, about the sounds produced by the music box before. I do wonder if that was really Morse code at all.
What? What are you saying, madam?
Oh, well, it's just that I'm really rather fanatical when it comes to Morse code, you see.
I would not have guessed.
We wouldn't have guessed considering what you have been doing this entire trial.
So much so that the whole word seems to be covered in dots and dashes to me, in fact.
Goodness, madam, an unhealthy level of obsession one feels.
Me with Connor Detroit, let's be honest.
But I must say that, in my opinion, the sounds produced by the two discs were nothing more than that. A meaningless series of two different tones.
Oh! It did... Oh my god. Did he really, like, Chip McGilded?
No, it actually does. Look, there's... You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
Ma'am, you need a hobby.
This
That
is
is her hobby and her profession. What? Can that really be?
She's getting more out of life than we are right now.
Huh?
So she's getting more out of life than we are right now.
Yeah, really.
She's getting, her job is her hobby.
I love when he does, like, the light tap. He, like, looks down at his hands, like, did I really need to do this?
Fuck. I screwed up.
Fuck. My lord, the defense would like to listen to the music box again.
Are you all done? How many times do I have to tell you those desks contain ministerial secrets, sunshine?
This courtroom is not an appropriate forum to discuss the nature of government communications. We all know McGildy conspired to trade national secrets with our enemies, secrets acquired by Mr. Graydon. Now that the man had admitted to his crimes, we have no need to pursue the matter further.
Okay, but this man has proven to be a fucking liar, so, like, why should we take anything he says at face value? But it's really going to bother me.
Same, though.
Iris is over here in Sleeping Land, like,
Miss Lestrade.
Yeah, my lord.
That which you have seen today here in courtroom has been extremely disturbing.
Falsely falsified evidence, intimidation, perjury, a grim catalogue of depravity.
An appalling experience to befall any child.
Come on, it ain't nothing I done and seen most days in the back slums.
I beg your pardon.
If you're weak, you pay for it. That's just how life goes.
Gina.
But look, I reckon I've worked something out today. The world ain't fair, but if you want to change, you've got to start at you gotta start at your own self.
Well, that's a very laudable lesson, I would say.
So, like, you've done all this other shit, but you learned a lesson, so we'll let you go free.
Oh, you would know about intimidation, would you, Count Sexy Cheek?
What are you trying to imply, Gary?
I eagerly look forward to the born-again Miss Lestrade never gracing my courtroom with her presence again.
Plot twist, she'll grace the courtroom as our assistant next game.
What we don't know is that she's actually the ancestor to, Mia Fey.
Oh god. I thought that was Sasato, though.
No, Sasato's the ancestor to Phoenix.
Oh, with, Rinosuke?
Yeah. As if no one could guess that.
Now, with regard to the murder of Mr. Pop Windybank, proprietor of the pawnbroker business on Baker Street, what a fucking mouthful, I hereby declare the defendant Miss Gina Lestrade
Not
Not
guilty.
guilty.
Yay, after how many fucking streams? When
I
did they get
believe that's
confetti
about 5 or
in this?
6.
When did they get fireworks in this day and age? Oh, Gina, no.
That's where they got the fireworks. the confetti come from?
Yeah, where'd the confetti come from?
That is all. Court is adjourned.
Thank fuck. Thank God. Oh, look. We're still standing
like
here.
It is just me and you, Reino. I'll ask again, is that a wine
Oh,
bottle?
are we gonna now listen to it in private?
On a personal note, I must say you've surprised me, my Far Eastern friend.
Oh, he's got his cloak back on. Look at him. Full vampire mode. And that was the day the courtroom burned to the ground. Surprised it didn't burn to the ground with the omnibus.
It's alright, we make another one.
Oh.
Despite being in the ponies, you saw through the pretense of the malice that fests within that Englishman. And at the same time, saw through the grin to the surprising heart of your English client. You have a curious talent for judging character, especially considering our very different cultures.
I don't think there's anything curious about it. Whether we're from the Empire of Great Britain or the Empire of Japan, we're all human beings. We're not so very different on the inside. Look at him! Look at him teaching us lessons.
Oh, Ryan, those are some very enlightened thoughts that you came up with, sir.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I don't think this day and age is ready for that.
This is some very progressive thoughts for, like, turn of the century England right now.
Oh, sir, you might start talking about equality between genders next.
Or women being in the workforce. Wow.
My God, even you might say they need to vote.
You know, I took this case for one very simple reason.
Oh, okay. Heaven forbid. God forbid. RA9 forbid. Okay, that's hearsay right there. Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Objection, Your Honor, that's some hearsay right there.
Okay, wanna bet the reason is that because he wanted to face us in court again? Because he hasn't taken a case within those 2 months. Until this trial.
Because I was bored. To
I called it!
With you once again here in courtroom.
Fucking called it! You did?
When I encountered you for the first time 2 months ago, it reminded me of toasting friendship and trust with another Napones, only to find my trust betrayed.
Oh, so did he have another person that he knew who's Japanese?
I wonder what other lawyer that was Napones that could have possibly betrayed his trust.
Is that sarcasm?
I mean, I have a high suspicion of I think I know who it is.
Who?
The only other man that I know that's Japanese and a lawyer.
Oh, the guy back in the Great Empire that we faced in the very first trial?
No. The guy that helped us.
Oh, Kazuma?
No, not Kazuma, his teacher. The Japanese lawyer teacher.
Sasato's dad.
Yes!
Oh!
Through you, I hope to look into the eyes of the man I once knew and try to understand.
You mentioned something similar earlier today about total betrayal at the hands of the Japanese. What happened exactly? That, my friend, is for the next game.
So you may ask. And one day, when the time comes, you will learn the answer, whether you like it or not.
So, in the next game. Sequel baiting much, are we? Alright, then I'll wait for that day, if I must.
To my bloodline. Coming to be known as the Reaper of the Bailey in my retirement from service 5 years ago. It gives me cause to wonder if our meeting has some deeper purpose.
Yes,
Almost as
plot
if destiny-
convenience.
So, farewell, my learned Naponis fellow, until we meet again.
I'm
With
glad
two
that ended ended on that note. That's a satisfying ending right there to the two of them. I'll take that.
But where's Herlock Sholmes?
He's passed out on that sofa over there, probably.
17th April, 5:24 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber.
It's done. It's over at last. But where's Iris disappeared to? Ah. Congratulations, Gina. I knew it all along. I knew you were innocent.
Well, you did what you said, Mr. Nara Odo. You believed in me, right up to the end.
They're as odd as your name. What's odd about it? I told you I had faith in you, didn't I?
No one ever has before, you see. Kept the promise, I mean. Properly.
That's awful.
I figured something out today. All my life, growing up in the slums, I never trusted no one. Well, that's just because I've been scared of being stabbed in the back. Both figuratively and literally, because that happens daily in the slums, you know.
Well, if you excuse him, Ryu is just going to make sure their rent for staying in Herlock's attic is paid up. Yeah.
I mean, the more you trust someone, the more it hurts when they let you down.
Yes, I think I can understand that. After all, I had a taste of it in that trial 2 months ago. I chose to trust someone and paid for it. That betrayal left a big scar. You know, though, Gina, I worked something out quite recently, too. Trusting in someone else is really an exercise in learning to trust yourself. And when your gut tells you it's the right thing to do, and you trust is rewarded, there's no better feeling in the world. I think I have to thank you for reminding me of that valuable lesson.
Oh, well, if you say so. Don't make me a fat lot of sense to me, though.
I'm trying to
As you
say...
trusted that you were innocent.
Yeah. I'm trying to say that putting my faith in you, Gina, has been a real pleasure.
For crying out loud, pack it in.
I'm trying to come on to me.
I suppose. I sort of feel the same way. And kiss.
And
Sorry, Sasato. We gotta cheat. Sorry.
It's okay. They can just form a three-way.
Polycule, yay!
I mean, sometimes trusting someone else is, you know, alright. Thanks.
Oh, thanks. Rat call! Rat call! Rat call.
Kith? Kith. I kiss
This
the
is
rat.
the way I see it, Rhinosuke. It's good that you don't have a pet, because they'd probably come over every time you squeak it.
No, I don't have pets.
I know, it was like if you had like a cat, they would just like jump and be like, fine.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny though. But I do not have pets at the moment. Perhaps in the future. Thank you for the redeem, Ash. Ah, visions of Kazuma again.
Prince
My
Lloyd
gay
is not
boyfriend.
only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself.
After this experience, I'm starting to feel like I understand what you mean, Kazuma. Am I living up to your expectations? Am I turning out to be the lawyer you believed I could be?
Don't believe in the me that believes in you. Believe in the me that I believe in you that believes in me.
Can this be Sholmes?
Pardon me. Pardon the interruption.
Oh. Bailiff boy?
What the deuce does a man have to do to be noticed around here, my dear fellow?
Oh my god, it is Sholmes. Look, the hair is different. It is Sholmes. Ah, that voice.
It's too late for that voice now, Mr. Naruto.
Sholmes, my beloved.
I've been standing here for patiently in the corner of the room for an eternity. Yes, it was me all along. I would have said when you finally noticed me. But you people, you with your incessant babbling.
God, he's so mad.
The other Kyle's like, wait, that isn't John?
Oh my god.
Mr. Sholmes.
Yes, it was me all along, you see.
Please change out of this outfit.
No,
Yay!
fine.
I'd assume you've been taken back to the hospital, to be honest.
Indeed I was, but I managed to escape again.
Again? Are you gonna pass out again?
Yes.
Oh.
I happened to be aware of one of two foibles of the doctor who was tending to me.
Drama llama man goodness. Yeah, for real.
I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he was happily issued me with a leave of absence.
How very above board.
But enough of my adventures. That was a fine victory, Mr. Naruto. Your tireless efforts justly rewarded, I feel.
Thank you.
Congratulations are in order. As a close friend, I tip my hat at you.
Oh, thank you.
And lover.
Some great detective you are. Great at being cold as ice, maybe.
Have I irked you in some way, Miss Lestrade?
Well, you've been having a snooze in your nice soft bed. Some of us have been fighting for our lives.
Ah, well, that bullet did cause me to lose a substantial amount of blood, it's true. So I've indeed been feeling somewhat cold. Not perhaps as cold as ice, but, well, I have a feel.
If you say so.
Not on my thigh.
Could you take your hands off my neck, please, Mr. Schultz?
No. And in some way, I suppose, congratulations are in order for you too, Miss Lestrade.
What's that supposed to mean? Why so half-hearted?
Well, naturally, it isn't my intention to alarm you, but an acquittal in trial with a particular prosecutor is perhaps a little precarious.
Well done, Mr. Schultz. Not alarming in the slightest.
Oh, the Reaper, you mean? Because anyone who's found not guilty in a trial is working on winds up dead anyway, is that it?
Very point I was trying to make. And exemplified by the fate of Mr. McGill in fact. Ah, but of course, I pay no attention to such irrational drivel myself.
Yeah, well, it don't bother me.
Oh, really?
Of course not. The way I see it, the Reaper's a bit like him upstairs.
Him upstairs? You mean, like, God?
Yeah, him upstairs knows what's what, right? He knows what people are like on the inside. People have gotten the wrong end of the stick. There are some cubs that, like that bug trotter, want to rot in the core. At the end of the day, I'm upstairs, make sure they get what they deserve.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it. But yes, you don't pay attention to that, Schultz. Why else would you bring it up? Divine justice is one thing, though. The Reaper taking matters into his own hands and claiming lives is another.
Well, I ain't like the McGildas of this world, so I ain't scared. I got principles, say. I only steal from the rich. I only steal from the 1% of the 1%.
A trait in you which is to be admired, Miss Lestrade.
Oi! Just give it a rest, alright?
As I was saying, congratulations are in order. The news of your acquittal was very welcome news to me indeed. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations. Gina.
Well, there you are, Harley. How long have you been here? Honestly, I went to the main entrance especially to meet you there.
Ah, Iris, my dear, I do apologize.
He's been here the whole time.
But wait until I tell you what happened. This pair made utter fools of themselves.
It'll make another great story for you to write about. Oh my god, does this mean like she has to replace Gregson because Gregson's like now like a traitor?
Gregson is like now a traitor.
What happened?
As you know, I have a penchant for disguise. I was hiding in this room dressed as a bailiff. But these dolts didn't notice my presence at all. Yeah.
I'm surprised these aren't gonna rip the stitches from his bullet wound, but okay.
Can you imagine, Iris? Would you credit it?
I'm not sure, really.
I beg your pardon?
Well, they certainly just participated in a days-long trial here, so their memories are quite short. I'm sorry, Hurley, but you just don't have the weighty presence you seem to think you have. In fact, you really ought to be careful about that. It's going to land you in trouble one day.
Is this foreshadowing?
Maybe.
Is this foreshadowing for the second game?
I think we all know that he thinks he's bigger than he actually is, though.
Yeah.
I'll be careful.
Ouch.
Anyway, it's such a shame. I was so hoping to throw a party for Ginny tonight, but you won't be able to come, will you?
Don't look at me like I'm going anywhere for a while. You're the judge's patter. I got stuff to make amends for, apparently. All them offenses. What was it again? Breaking, entering, taking the bog trotter stuff. What was in the lug? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I think you'll find that basically being a pickpocket is the main offense. But diving ain't an offense. It's a job, isn't it? Next time on Herlock Sholmes gets himself waist deep in problems.
When am I not? I'm always swimming in my problems.
I don't think so. Still, it has got me thinking all this. Maybe I should start looking for another line of work. I mean, you didn't start off as a lawyer, did you, Odo? Well, no. I was never a pickpocket. Well, anyway, I reckon I could make a change. Gonna do something for them all like me.
The man in the mirror.
From the slums, something that makes a difference for them.
That's a wonderful idea, Ginny, and I'm sure you can do it. What is it?
Iris, you want to give me a job? Nothing.
Christina Lestrade.
The other
The
bailiff
prison
that
carriage
remains.
has arrived, ma'am. Come with me to the rear gate at once.
Right. Well, looks like I'm off then. Yes, goodbye, Gina. And good luck. Odo. Yes. Why? What did we do? We got you an innocent verdict! What was that for? I don't know. I mean, is this her way of coping? Is this her way of showing, like, appreciation?
I don't know,
I don't know
man.
what to say, so...
Ah, indeed. You have a crush on the Asian man. Perhaps the situation calls for a phrase hitherto missing from your vocabulary, Mr. Lestrade.
Eh?
On occasions such as this,
We say, I love you, please marry me.
I would recommend a simple thank you.
Please don't die in the carriage. Yeah, we've seen enough trouble with carriages and death, haven't we?
It's okay. I'm the carriage driver.
Gina, I don't know how to say thank you, so I'm just going to shoot you.
Uh-oh. Oh, yes.
When you,
It's good advice, Ginny.
when you commit assault with a gun because you don't know how to say thank you.
That feels like a red versus blue skit, let's be honest. Caboose, I don't know how to say I love you, church, so I'm gonna shoot you instead and kill you and team kill you again. Oh, she takes her hat off. Thanks, Odo. A sweetie. A sweetie! Oh! Thank you for everything what you've done, for believing in me. What a cutie! Not at all, in fact. That should be my line. Thank you, Gina. What? That's how Chief says thank you. It's also how he says hello, and most importantly, goodbye. Well, there she goes. I wonder if I'll ever see her again. And not in a
But he
body
couldn't-
bag.
That's why he was sad they couldn't shoot Cortana, because he couldn't say goodbye.
Well, well, quite the indomitable pick purse.
Oh, I nearly forgot. I bought a paper outside.
Good job,
It's a
Ginny.
special edition, and this trial's all over the front page.
How the fuck did they get through it so fast?
Yeah, how did they? She's
I was
so
about to
adorable,
tell-
goodness. She really is.
I was about to tell you good job for buying a paper without getting robbed, but now I'm just confused.
Pickpocket's innocent proven. Isn't it wonderful?
Should have shown it to Gina, Iris. She would have been thrilled.
Oh no, how silly of me. Ah, but anyway, would you like the good news or the bad news?
There's bad news? Not again.
Well, what do you say, Runo? Hurley?
As usual, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. The carriage has already
Absolutely
been
not.
blown over. She's dead.
I have no intention of listening to anything but good news.
Oh my god. Sholmes, come on. Jesus, was someone writing this down as it was transpiring? I guess. I mean, the
they
juror
do,
number
they
5 was like transcribing the entire trial.
They're supposed to
Through
have a
Morse code.
transcribers, though.
Yeah.
My question is, how did they fucking print it so fast?
Yeah, that's my question too.
And there you have it. How people answer that question says a lot about them, doesn't it?
Let's not go there.
Alright then, maybe let's start with the good news this time. The rain has finally stopped. It was a record level of rainfall, apparently.
And that is good news indeed. I can journey back to in greater comfort knowing that homeless people have now drowned.
Sholmes. Alright then, what's the bad news?
The huge storm
those
has left
people
the
have
seas
drowned.
very choppy.
Oh.
The channel in particular is awful, so sailings out of the Dover have been delayed by a day or more. Oh, so we get to see Sasato! Sasato!
Wait, Dover?
That's right. We head to the station immediately. We may still make it time to wave Susie off.
How is that not the good news? But there won't be a train, surely. We couldn't be that lucky.
What do you think Who do you think I am, Mr. Naruto?
A detective who's too big for his britches, but alright. Mr. Sholmes?
Thank you for saying what's in my pants, but that doesn't have anything to transpire about this. I rushed to Victoria Station early and made arrangements for a special express. I'm the conductor. If we hurry now, we shall be there in time for dinner.
Oh my god. Sholmes, jack of all trades, master of none.
If anyone asks, tell them they can get on the ride for free. And I know of a fine restaurant that serves most delicious baked sole.
I don't... The great
It's also on
detective
the
does it
shelf. It's
again!
really good. Indeed, he does. I happen to be aware of a number of the rail transport director Fogel's.
What?
I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily laid on the locomotive. Elementary.
Just an idea, but it might be wise to stop manipulating people that way. Herlock Sholmes, the man of many hats. Yes.
I do have many hats, thank you.
What are we waiting for then? To London, Victoria.
I also have mustaches and coats. Also some hair dye. Oh, that's a fucking beautiful picture.
Yeah, it is. 18th of
April
April.
18th, 5:52 a.m. Port of Dover, Quayside.
Wait, did it literally take us 12 hours? Or did we time skip?
I think it took us 12 hours.
Sholmes blackmail, like, that is illegal, my dude.
That took somewhat longer than I had anticipated.
Susie's boat must be about to leave now.
Mrs. Sato, where are you?
I'm in fucking water!
Over there, look! Looks like she's reading something.
She's looking at pictures of Reno.
Hold it!
Whoa! Holy
Ma'am!
shit, dude!
Mrs. Sato, wait! What are you doing?
God, she ran up quick.
Mr. Naruhodo, what are you doing here? We came as soon as we could after the trial. I mean, we heard that sailings were delayed due to the bad weather, you see. Those are bedroom eyes. Those are bedroom eyes.
Oh, I see. Then tell me, how did Gina's trial go?
It went well. She was acquitted. That's wonderful. Really wonderful news. The book you were about to throw into the sea. It was your Encyclopedia of British Law, wasn't it? Oh dear. I was hoping you hadn't seen that. I'm not worthy of practicing law in any way now. So, I was saying my final farewell. You're saying goodbye to law? You, Sasato-san?
Alright, I was trying to clean something up.
No, you're good.
Would I be correct in assuming it's because of the people, Mr. Sato?
I deliberately altered the scene of the crime, and then I tried to hide the fact. What I did is utterly unforgivable.
That reminds me. How did you even come to have this, Susie?
Oh, on the evening of the incident, Mr. Sholmes had invited Gina to dinner, if you remember.
Oh yes, we had a wonderful time.
Well, Gina gave us a little introductory lesson, didn't she? To the art of pickpocketing, I mean. Oh my god, Susie pickpocketed? Oh my god.
Oh, that was so much fun! I stole Vuno's armband!
Yes, please don't do that again, Iris. That band is very important to me. It reminds me of my now dead husband.
Well, if it's so important, you should pay more attention to it. You didn't notice for ages.
On a whim, I thought it would be fun to see if I could take the cat flapper-mat, so I put it up my sleeve.
Really?
Then I rather forgot about it until I found myself in Mr. Winterbank's shop with it later that night. I see.
And then... Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
We don't need to reenact that. Even though I half did already, but it's fine. After Mr. Naruhodo had left the shop, I started to think. The door started to play on my mind. The storeroom door, you mean? Yes. If Gina was anywhere in the shop, I realized it could only be behind that door. At that moment, the little device that I had up my sleeve sprang to mind. I was so worried about Gina. I simply had to know. So you used the cat flap-o-mat to make the peephole in the door.
As captured in a photographic print of the shop by one of Harley's red-handed recorders.
Alright, we're still cleaning. Indeed, it was one of the first importance at that point. Precisely when the people was made, that information would prove to be Mr. Naruhodo's greatest weapon. Though naturally, without proof, it would have amounted to nothing.
You know, forget about it. Like you do, Sasato. You're lucky I already know kimono sleeves are weighted or I'd be super sus right now. When I looked through the hole of the door, the sight that met my eyes made my blood run cold. Grant, did you make a mess?
No, my dog did.
Oh, puppy. Thoughts started to run through my mind. I remembered that trial 2 months earlier, the trial of Magnus McGilded. Thought about how he had manipulated the evidence and arranged false testimony to secure his freedom. Made the British justice system feel very dark and sinister to me. And then a terrible thought occurred to me. What if some wicked criminal was planning to do the same thing now? Because from the appearance of the crime scene, it looked exactly as though Gina had shot Mr. Winterbank. Even though I was sure I would never have done such a thing. You were worried that the true culprit would try to frame her for the crime. That's right. But then I realized it would be very difficult for anyone to give false testimony in this case. What do you mean? Well, the crime appeared to have happened behind the door of a locked room. For someone to claim falsely to have witnessed it, there would have been a way to see beyond the door. Ah!
Which, the people would be the very thing.
Not the pupper. Oh, puppy.
He's Brian, I clean up the mess.
Only
of the people that I had made wasn't actually there until after the crime had been committed, of course. The criminal would know that, so it wouldn't make any difference.
But the possibility of a rather ingenious trap was there, was it not?
A trap? Is that why she did it?
So, is that why you kept it a secret, Susie? You never mentioned that you made a peephole to anyone, not even to the police.
I know. I knew at the time what I was doing was wrong, a criminal offense, even. That's why I decided to confide in Mr. Sholmes. And also because he's my idol, and I really, really like him. A lot.
I also may have rewarded him in other ways.
If Mr. Naruhodo was completely backed into a corner with no other possible means of escape, the
He was
truth
feeling a
about
lot
people
of pain,
could
so I
save
felt
him.
bad for him.
That was my plan. She really does think of everything. But then, why didn't you just tell me everything before the trial began?
She's kind of a genius.
Yeah.
My dear fellow, you're not thinking straight.
I mean,
Think gay.
we're thinking gay, because we are gay.
If she had done that, I would have rendered you complicit in the whole escapade.
Oh.
You could have been disbarred if you'd been seen to have knowingly tampered with the crime scene. So Mr. Sato decided to shoulder the burden of responsibility alone, for your sake and Miss Lestrade's.
Mrs. Sato. The truth is, when it happened, I did it because I lost a little of my faith in the law. Oh. I was worried that the right person would be convicted of the crime. The moment I allowed myself to think that is the moment I lost my right to call myself a judicial assistant. What you did isn't comparable to what he did. Nah, we're thinking bilateral. That is true. That is true.
I think if he's either straight or bi, to be honest.
Yeah. He's probably straight, but we're headcanon him as bi. It's fine.
Yeah.
Graydon is the one who lied in the witness stand, using that peephole as a way to implicit Gina.
As a fictional character, reality can be whatever we want it to be.
True. And besides, if the people inconsistency hadn't existed, I'm not at all sure that she would have been acquitted in the end. Mrs. Sato, what you did saved Gina's life. Well, with your kind words, Mr. Naruhodo, you saved me too from my regrets. And Kith. Kith?
And then they start raw dogging. Well, we must all be thankful that Miss Lestrade's freedom has been assured.
Yes, exactly. Although some of the loose ends in that trial will continue to play on in my mind, I'm sure.
Like the fact that she was hired to be an assassin to kill Mr. McGillicuddy.
Or the fact that we still don't know what the fuck was played in the music box.
I do!
Oh, shut up. But the revelation that the music box disc contained secret messages, Mr. Naruhodo. What a triumph to work that out. I'm full of admiration. Well, actually, that argument wasn't quite as compelling as I thought it was. Oh, it wasn't? There's a communications officer among the jury members, you see. A telegraph operator. And she said the majority of the sounds on the disc were just meaningless tones. Owie, I stepped on something. Oh, no! No, Mary! What did you step on?
Mary, don't step on the Legos.
Stop stepping on Legos.
As one would expect. After all, we are talking about secret government communications. No doubt they were written in cipher to avoid being readily understood. They should have been intercepted.
Ah, that makes sense. In cipher? I see. So then we could never have hoped to understand the message anyway.
Nonsense, my dear fellow. It's quite a zero-pipe problem, I assure you.
Oh, so he's figured it out. Of course, of course. Some kind of needle
He's got
from
his
like a tree
handy-dandy
or
cipher
something.
book.
A. A. Sogi. What?
Well, that can't be a real word, can it?
How funny. Oh my god. They're so close-minded.
Wait, Iris,
What did you just say?
Oh, I just said Asogi. Does that word mean something to you?
Not him, Iris. Mean something? Asogi. That was the name of my best friend. Oh, Asogi Kazuma. What? But how? How do you know that name, Iris?
I wrote it down during the trial before, when the message was playing on the music box.
She transcribed it on the fly? She really is a genius. Oh, man. Kazuma back from the dead?
Thought the message probably would have been written out in plain Morse code, so I tried various ways to interpret it. Whenever I tried, the words just didn't seem to make any sense. That is, in English at least.
Oh, is it in Japanese?
Oh. Suddenly occurred to me, you see. There's more than one Morse code, not just the English variety. Various countries around the world have altered and added the Morse code to use in their own languages.
Plot twist, Kazuma never died. Body double? I don't believe it. Are you saying?
That's right. I've only actually seen a chart of Japanese Morse code once before. But I think it's based on the Irofov pangram, isn't it?
And you mean to say that in Japanese Morse code the message says Asogi?
Yes, I think so. Sorry, but I don't remember all of the Japanese Morse code.
Iris, would you let me see that? Mrs. Sato, do you know it? Do you know Japanese Morse code?
Yes, I spent some time studying it. Because I'm quite sure Morse code will become ever more important for the international communications.
Ooh!
Well, she was right about that.
Yeah. Go Sasato.
And might I recommend, my dear madam, that you focus your efforts on the English version.
Be it as it may, Iris, show me the message, please.
Of course.
But what can this possibly mean? Whatever is in that long sequence of supposedly meaningless dots and dashes, it's made of color drained from Sasato-san's face. There's no doubt that this message is written in Japanese Morse code, so the British Empire has been using Japanese for its secret communications. I don't understand the reason why, but the message appears to be a list of 4 people's names. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, he's not wrong. English has become the international language for some reason. 4 names? The first is Kei Asogi, so Kazuma Asogi. Why? Why was his name on that disc? The second is A. Shin. Shin? I don't recognize that name. The third is T. Gregson? Gregson?
It would seem Tobias Gregson is the third man on the list.
Is it a hit list? Ooh. And what's his name doing in his secret government communications as well? And the last name... Is it us? What's the matter, Mrs. Sato?
It's just so strange. So unexpected. Oh, what is it, Susie? Don't keep us in suspense.
Iris is just like, oh yes, this is a game.
Oh, God.
This is not bad. Oh, wait. Is it her dad? Last name is J. Wilson. What?
2 of them are dead.
Oh,
2 of them were hit.
no.
What's the other 2? I don't know who Shin is. I know who Gregson is. He's not dead, but boy, is he embroiled in it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, for some reason, I don't think it has anything to do with the English Empire or anything. Yeah. Wilson. Is this Sasato on the list? It's Iris's father, who's dead, who died at the very first trial.
John H. Wilson? You mean Daddy?
Ash is like, oh, whoa.
Says only J. Wilson, so I'm afraid I can't be sure.
I just made her British for like a hot second. I'm so sorry. Then, after the 4 names, it reads, if I translate from Japanese, that is all 4. That's the end of the message. Or rather, the end of what you noted down, Iris. Oh, because we didn't listen to the entire thing. Gregson stopped it.
Yes.
I just can't believe it. Who would ever have thought that those discs contain Japanese Morse code? Not to mention a strange list of some disturbingly familiar names.
It would appear that this peculiar message is a communications of some kind between Great Britain and the Empire of Japan.
So, Daddy could be in Japan then, where Susie and Bruno come from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because chat, in case you aren't aware, Wilson, her dad, is dead. Been dead since the start of this game, since we started playing it last year. Like, practically a year ago. No, honey. No, honey. He did.
I mean, technically, I guess he was in Japan.
Technically he was. Baby, no. English is just, well, American English is overly complicated, but some people in various countries find English preferable to their own native tongue. That's fair. Iris, baby, no!
Oh, well. No, it's not very likely, really, is it? I mean, there are thousands of people with the surname Wilson. There sure must be a ton of J's among them.
Professor John H. Wilson, visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yumi University. But we can't tell Iris about that now. We just can't. This is so strange. Somehow in solving the case of Mr. Windibank's murder today, I feel like I've rolled back a boulder at the mouth of the very dark cave. So the second game. I do wonder if perhaps it's a dark cave that we shouldn't go wandering inside. Oh, Van Zeeks! We need some help, friend!
Too busy drinking wine
But how do I
and listening
catch
to
Mary?
classical music.
It would break her little genius heart. You don't catch Mary. Mary catches you. In your heart. Keeping from her is bad. I know! I don't want to keep it from her, but the game is forcing us to. Honk! Do you like my horn noise? Honk!
Didn't know there was a goose in here.
Oh dear, the ship is going to set sail soon. Yes, it seems so. I'll sail on the steamship first to the port of Dunkirk in France. Then I'll change onto a later, larger passenger vessel bound for Japan.
You're really going then, Susie?
We wish you a safe passage, Mr. Sato.
Iris will figure it out, and then she'll be upset we didn't tell her. Oh yeah, she'll definitely figure it out.
Also, could you tell them to lower the surrender flag? I don't know why they're surrendering.
The white flag in the background, oh my god.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be France, a French flag, but still.
I don't know. Thank you so much. I wish you all the very best. I get the joke now. Mrs. Sato, I had hoped to have you always at my side, to guide me and support me. Mr. Naruhodo.
Is that a confession?
Please, come back soon. As far as I'm concerned, you really are the very best judicial assistant in the world. Oh, don't make her cry, man. Don't do this.
I'm quite sure. I'll be back before you know it.
Kith. Please, Kith.
Really, Susie?
Keck.
Oh, now don't forget, Iris, I made you a promise I've yet to fulfill. A promise? About your manuscript. Ah.
Oh yes, the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Well, I'll be waiting for you then, Susie. A promise is a promise. Definitely, Iris.
She's so cute. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? Do you remember the first time we met? Yes, of course. On the SS Bureau, when I was dragged out from the wardrobe still half asleep. If I remember rightly, you threw me halfway across the cabin with a Sasato takedown. You know very well what I'm talking about after that.
strange, but being thrown together as we were in that case, I somehow felt straight away that you were the perfect person to continue Kazuma-sama's great legacy.
Mr. Sato.
You know, after I thought you weren't, you know, the murderer.
Yeah.
And my instincts were right. I really want to believe. No, I'm sure that we're supposed to be together, and we're supposed to kiss and have children.
Just immediately, it's like, I want
Please
to
bear
have
my-
your babies.
Please let me have your babies.
I'll be back soon. Farewell until then.
Can they hug? Can they do something?
Yeah, it's called
Ooh,
the Japanese state.
Cutscene!
Oh my god, it's animated!
Somehow we seem to have come to the end of the adventures of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Or the first volume, at least.
It's Ryunosuke. They don't pronounce the E at the end.
Looking back now, it feels as though fate has led me...
Oh,
on
the
this
cat!
journey.
He's just running around with a fucking sword.
Fate led me to becoming a
Got a little
lawyer,
bear backpack, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
halfway around the world, to meeting the great detective. I'm sure there'll be trials and tribulations ahead.
Trials and tribulations.
Of course there will. But whatever happens, I know I'll be able to turn my fortunes around.
Oh, Sholmes!
After all,
Did he bring this to the pier?
I have the greatest friends in the world on my side.
That was sweet. That was nice. Damn, you had
And
the
the ship
opportunity
was
for
sank.
such a great title drop there. I really think I'll come back to find you've become a great attorney. Yeah, that would have been great.
Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo.
That is definitely a British man voicing a Japanese man. Oh, yes, it definitely is. It definitely is. Yes, Mr. Sholmes?
I have some rather awkward news.
Oh, God, is Gina dead?
Yes.
Fuck.
The railway company has decided to sue over the special express train, apparently.
Of course. Sholmes, please.
This is what happens when you make me the conductor.
I think it's pronounced Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke.
I'm sure everyone is mad that we've been saying it wrong the whole time.
And we abbreviate it because it's just, it's so long. It's just
We just
a
need to
long
call him
name.
Dorito, okay?
Naruhodo. I just recall him by his last name. It's easier.
Just cheesy Dorito or Naruto
Naruto.
or Naruto.
Yeah, Naruhodo is just easier for me to pronounce and get off the tongue quicker. Huh? Japanese names can sometimes be hard to pronounce. Yeah, especially because, like, that's the first time we actually heard it pronounced.
Yeah. It doesn't help that Japanese is an entirely separate language from the English language, because at least with the English language, there's Latin roots, just like
Yeah.
most European languages. But
it
like,
also doesn't help that we're not Japanese native speakers. Or
that's
even,
also
like,
true.
yeah.
Just saying, like, the language itself is like basically foreign.
Because
Like,
their
you can
spellings
learn-
don't always obey standard American pronunciation. Yeah, exactly. And also, like, that is the first time we actually heard it pronounced. Like, at least with Danganronpa, when you meet the characters, they actually, like, their entire, like, little intro when they say their name and, like, what they're talented for, like, they actually pronounce their name. Like,
Told you for
vocally.
being fat.
It caused such a commotion on the line, all the other trains had to wait at stations.
But really, we should never have made it to Dover in time otherwise.
That's not an excuse, Sholmes.
Anyway, I explained everything and how it was all your fault.
How was it my fault? What? Sholmes, why? What? Such as yous can be sometimes pronounced like Sasuke. Yeah.
You're a foreigner, so it's easy to blame you.
Huh? Huh?
I believe a formal complaint should be delivered to your office tomorrow.
You mean our office? Because we literally share a space.
Oh, not to worry, my dear fellow. According to Mr. Sato,
You love defending yourself in court. Huh? I know the Japanese phonetics, though. An actual Japanese person once told me I have excellent pronunciation. I'm not good at many things, so I'm super proud of that. Yes, you should be proud of that. Absolutely, Diane.
It's alright, I'm perfectly happy to testify. He really didn't look like he's the sort of man who'd do something so outrageous. See?
I hate so much for being a dear friend. Yeah. Mr. Sholmes.
yes.
I think now we should tell her that Iris's dad is dead. A word, if you don't mind.
Certainly, any word you'd like. Bellow it out, my dear fellow.
Oh my god, he completely did not understand that.
Oh yes, I love Bruno's words. I know just the one he'll use here.
Objection.
Then I really must say.
Objection!
Ha! Funny. Another 360 no scope, no point. Hey, that's it! Yay! We got to the end of the game.
Is there Avengers in-game credit?
Should I let the credits roll and see?
Sure, why not? The following weeks, hundreds of music boxes arrived at Baker Street from all over Europe. Something was afoot, though it transpired I had ordered them all myself. I advertised them for sale, with used by Mr. Sherlock Holmes to solve an important case. And the money I earned consulting detective work pays a pittance for by comparison. I just scammed everyone.
Sholmes is being intentionally obtuse.
Ah, I haven't slept a wink. The manuscript is due tomorrow now. When I'm this busy, Hurley usually cooks me breakfast. Well, cooks is an overstatement. For some dry toast and an insipid coffee. I do miss Susie and her lovely Japanese breakfast.
You give a 10-year-old coffee, there's a problem. Ooh, yes.
Yes, your testimony is riddled with contradictions.
Exactly really do Corbin Quarantine under real stakes themselves?
Well, no, so knows that his father is an innocent man, or are you calling my son a liar?
Witnesses, your court is no place for your petty arguments.
I like this end credit sequence. Just be prepared to voice anything, really, at this point.
Having delivered the Russian dancer to shore with Shanghai, I've laid low on the steamship for a while. I don't know how to voice this guy, I'm gonna be honest.
That's fine. Go with Ever.
Last night I apprehended the extremely suspicious Japanese national on board.
I'm nothing wrong. All I did was give Wahog his offspring refuge in my pocket. And then bring some kittens on board, and suddenly he's a hardy criminal. So...
Oh, he brought the kittens!
I just want a cat.
I had coffee once when I was like 6. Oh my god.
And that's the reason why you're a ghost now.
Hello, Strongheart.
Scientific investigation will be the gold standard for policing in the new age.
I dream of a world governed by the tenets of order and discipline. Like a great clock, in fact, whose hundreds of parts mesh together in perfect unison. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have but 2 minutes and 37 seconds until my next appointment.
I could just imagine, like, someone going around and interviewing everybody about, like, what was it like being in Great Ace Attorney Chronicles?
Yeah, that's like behind the like director's cut, behind the scenes kind of thing.
Latest France magazine is out, and I'll win it again. Whenever I say that one line she wrote now, I get a standing ovation. Want to hear it? Not bad, I suppose, for an amateur.
Glug, glug, glug.
Oh, there's so much tea in this cup. Her ladyship puts me to shame.
Oh, I'm a ghost? That explains a
Also,
lot.
why am I on that list?
Yeah, why am I on the list? To be found out in the next game.
visiting the old girl on the old daily basis, of course. Only my old jailbird.
Oh, she
Must
went
say,
to jail.
battling with those bowling stairs every day has done wonders for my dicky bag. Managing rather well with the housework, too. Got this maid business out set up. Hope the gossiping neighbors don't surmise the man in the house is really his own maid.
I feel so bad that you have to voice everything now.
It's okay. It's fine. I will survive. This makes up for like the 2 weeks I was gone.
True, yeah.
My Wowie is back on the beat again, all thanks to the Reaper.
There's nothing I enjoy more these days than hunting out small change in the gutter. I'm a bad hobby now, looking out for Londoners they drop their halfpennies and my lovely wife.
Oh,
Pat.
oh, Wowie.
Oh, I'm glad we got to voice them again.
He's already pregnant.
We're probably just gonna see them again, I'm guessing.
I hope so.
Looks like I'm gonna be doing time for a bit now.
Would have guessed.
But Iris comes every day for the natter, so it ain't too boring. She's always going on about all them cases what Sholmes is looking into. Criminal investigations are kind of interesting when you get into them.
I predict her to be part of the team next game. Helping them out and
say.
stuff.
It's almost like as if she owes them or something.
Yeah, really.
Because you can't actually pay them.
Yes, I renounce my upbringing and chose a life of sophisticated crime. But regrets? Please.
Get over here, bruv. That ain't the hash we used to know.
We got time in here to plan to come back to Milverton and Skulk and Nook's run, right?
The three Muskvort sits.
Milk in the neighborhood falls with.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of funny, because they were the three brothers! Ah! We called it from, like, the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did.
Sherlock Holmes creating NFTs before it was popular by about 100 or so years? Yeah, he really fucking did.
This past 6 months have been a time I shall remember forevermore. Painful goodbyes and wonderful encounters. Come to realize that's what life is all about. Naruhodo-san, I promise. Your assistant will return to you one day. But for now, I leave you with many memories and a heartfelt wish.
And a blowjob.
That life will treat you well.
Say great attorney. Say great attorney. Oh, fuck, she won't say great attorney. Fucking hate that. This is a nice end credit sequence.
Are we zooming in on the mode? Okay,
oh! That's a cute picture. That's a cute picture. We love it. Too bad Gina isn't in it, but it's okay. And what is this? Kiss. Oh, there's more end credits.
Voice actors.
Voice actors that we rarely heard.
Yeah. Who voiced the judge?
Yeah, who voiced the judge? Does the judge even get a voice?
He said something. I know he said something because we said it didn't sound anything like it.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
not even
They don't
mentioned.
even get a name. Cool.
Herlock be tall. Herlock really do be tall. I guess they're showcasing all the models too.
Yeah.
Cosmo's taller than Naruhodo, and I'm kind of here for it.
Well, he is the top.
He is the dom in the relationship. Sasato's tiny. What does tall mean? I think Mary means like tall. Like she just spelled it wrong on purpose.
She just spelled it to be funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so after I bought my subscription to your channel, I now have $7.77 on my card. Mary!
That fucking Russian guy, though.
Oh, man.
Be jacked.
Yeah, he really do be. I hope he sees Hosonaga again. Old man confused. It's
He probably
okay.
will.
It's okay, friend. I appreciate you being here. keyframe cleanup.
It's okay. Eventually, words would mean nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, how do we all feel about that? Oh, why did they stop? Oh, because he died.
He died. So he has to continue on without him.
I hate that. I hate that so much. That's so sad. Oh, I wonder if we'll pick up Sholmes and Iris. Oh, there's Sasato with the sword. Is Sasato gonna join us now? This is a really well thought out ending. I would have skipped all of this, but they made it worth it. So yeah, Grant and I will work out when we'll stream next. I can't stream next Friday. Not sure if Grant has work or not, but I can't stream next Friday.
I don't know until I go in.
Yeah, really. He literally you literally messaged me like what?
1 in the
midnight
morning.
last night saying, "Hey, I could stream tomorrow with you."
Yeah, because they only can give me a minimum of like 24 hours notice.
Oh god.
So
Okay. Yeah.
literally, if I go in Thursday night, that's
They
whenever
have
I know.
violinist, singular violinist. There's only one violinist. I love that.
He does a good job.
Yeah, he does. Don't know what it was for, but Sholmes.
Wait, didn't I see you on the ship?
Yeah, didn't we see him on the ship? Why wasn't he there on the ship?
I guess
But
because
now
it's
look,
when we
he
actually started following
follows.
him around.
This is so cute. This is so well
look at my
done.
fish and chips.
This is so well done.
I sound like the bread man from Shrek.
Oh, Wowie!
Yeah, you really do. Such a good voice for him, though. Oh, and the cat's gonna join us.
Oh, please take my cat. I want to go back to Japan.
Great, notice the thing. Look at the thing that I noticed. Iris! Is the cat gonna follow? No, not yet. Yeah, she follows. This is so cute. Have you ever heard about the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Look at the leg. Look at my boy. God, he's tall.
Legs for days.
He's taller than Sholmes.
Skulkins never skulk.
My God, this is so good. This is a good, well-crafted ending. And, like, ending sequence. Ma'am, please put the gun away.
Put the gun down. Put the gun down.
Gunshots in the background.
I can't wait to play the second game.
Yeah.
I predict that's gonna take us another year to complete.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a while.
I mean, I won't have
Will be
school
good.
anymore, so we don't have to conflict with... I mean, granted, I never had things Friday nights usually, but we'll figure it out.
For me, it depended.
We can also always stream on, like, Saturdays, depending on... making sure I'm not doing anything, but that's always a possibility we could do, too. The Great Ace Attorney
Finn.
Adventures. Finn. I wonder if we'll get a prequel to the next
Next
game.
game.
Yay, good game. Yay,
It's
it took
weird
us a
it's not a
year to
trilogy.
complete.
I was surprised that this game wasn't a trilogy. It
Look
was
at
a game.
them!
Yeah.
Fleeting Farewell, achievement unlocked.
Work.
Look at them!
Look at that art.
Look at that art. I need
Look at
that
them
as
gays.
a background.
You could probably have screenshotted it.
Damn, too late.
So it's probably on Google, to be honest.
It probably is, but I don't want to look in case of spoilers. Oh, new title sequence now!
Yes, we're now in the we're at the ending, so we could always select the next adventure, but not tonight.
Let's see. Okay, we'll fuck with
You have
it.
to go to the right.
We'll fuck with it
Okay.
when we start the next time, because I don't want to accidentally start it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for tonight. Like I would have done.
It's been done. Almost
Yeah.
4 hours of gameplay. We finished the game.
Yeah, we finished it. Remember when I told you earlier, Grant, that I was like, oh yeah, let's finish this. If we finish this trial in 20 minutes, we'll do tea time. Yeah, it took us like 4 hours. Oh, I was so naive 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
And so not sweaty 4 hours ago. I'm sticking to my chair.
Just so you know, like, to me, we only had like 3 paragraphs to go to finish the game.
Oh
so
my god. Yeah, because like we didn't expect for like
all the
Egg Boy to go off
back
on a
stuff.
tangent, and like I did expect an epilogue. So like after the trial and them going to see Sasato was kind of like the epilogue I was expecting, but just like labeled as epilogue. Man, we've played 83 hours of this game.
Yep.
God. And we have to play the
And it was
second
worth
one.
It was worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I bought the game at release, so like
You were ready. You were like,
I was ready.
how are we gonna play this?
Yeah.
Can't wait till we actually play the Trials and Tribulations, because I haven't actually played that one.
Oh, the third
Well, I
game
never- I
of the
haven't played
original
Racing.
trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
So I did promise to chat and to myself that we would do a story time. Grant, are you up to do story time? Or would
You
you
can always stay
rather
up
wait
all
to
night.
the start of the next time we stream?
I'm fine with either. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, because I didn't know if you needed to go anywhere or do anything.
Not as far as I'm aware. I was gonna probably stream a little bit after we were finished, but that was it.
Okay.
Depending on who I have available, it might be the
So-
rest of
yeah.
Justice for All, or
Mhm.
probably some Age of Empires.
Sounds good. Okay, so how about this? Let's take a 5-minute break just so like for this when I go to clip this later and highlight it, I can separate the highlights easier
Alright.
after doing a 5-minute break, and also just so both of us can just take a minute and stand up and stretch, because
Alright.
I need to stand because I've been
Okay.
sitting for 4 hours.
I'm gonna go get some actual food as well.
Yeah,
probably.
go get some food. Chat take 5. Let's all take 5. I'll ping in the Discord that we're gonna start story time. We're gonna go to chapter 5 of The Lost Christmas. So if you don't know what story time is, please stay tuned because it's gonna be fun. And I
How did
think
you
I
lose
think we
Christmas?
deserve it. We haven't done story time I think since the start of this year. So I think we
think so.
deserve it as a treat. Like the treat is on me. I will redeem it for our sake.
We're
Just
gonna
for
figure out how you lost Christmas.
I will redeem it. Oh, fuck. I did not redeem it correctly. How did I do that?
You should. Hopefully, you have enough points.
I have infinite points because I'm the streamer.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm redeeming story time. So the 5 minutes will give me a chance to give both of us a chance to stretch, go get some water, go bathroom, set your thermostats to be a little cooler because that's what I'm going to do.